What's going on, everyone? This is going to be episode 2 of the Digisorption podcast with me, yours truly, Digitamer Joel. We got all the homies here. We got number 1, Miller Booker B. You guys know him from the channel. What's going on? We got Troop from the tier list video. Everyone was hyping him up. We got Tower, first time on the channel. What's going on? And then down in the bottom, no video camera, kind of sus. We got Dirty Diamonds. You guys know him. He's been on the channel before. And we got BB Dudes, the most legendary YouTube creator of all time. What's going on, man?
Yeah, because I'm like mostly fiction.
Is Ben in disguise? Is that what the 2 B's stand for?
Yeah, if you guys don't follow BB Dudes, you're missing out on some of the greatest content of all time.
Actually, some really funny stuff.
Actually, true.
I like to play on words with truly. That was nice.
All right, guys. So we're here to hype up Nats. This is going to be the road to nationals, and I think everyone here has their invite except for.
Okay.
But you know what?
Strays, catching strays.
But it's okay because the last chance qualifier was announced on Friday, and I think I saw it's gonna be 16 people pools until they fill up the cap, which is like 1,100 people.
1152.
Yeah, so I don't know how many people are signed up now, but I can't imagine it's anywhere near that. So they're just gonna keep running them on Friday until whenever. So
I think it's like
he's got a good chance.
20 already.
yeah,
It
so
was up there. I think it actually might have been the 1100s already. For sure I saw 1,000, but I think it might have been like at least a little bit.
sheesh. But even still, like 50 last chance qualifiers, like come on, like,
That's still dope. And then that's
Yeah.
if people don't register.
Yep.
Like people don't cancel.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's really dope.
yeah,
It's 16 people, right? 16 people per one.
yep. First place
you
gets the
basically
invite.
have to win a mini store championship
Oh.
on site.
Oh, I misunderstood the format. Oh, I have a shot. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, I can see him doing it for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're a locals topper, you got a shot at the LCQ for sure. So, and even like it's like 4 rounds, 4, right? 16 people's 4 rounds.
It's just
16.
single elimination.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be sick. And they also announced all the side events. So there's gonna be side events every day. So team tournament, on-demand pre-release, which is pretty sick. I think the Greymon, the Security +1 Greymon is the pre-release participation. So I don't know if they're just gonna be handing those out to everyone.
Did I get confirmed? Because I thought they doubled down on VMon for sure being the participation.
I saw the picture of a bunch of Security Greymon and 1 VMon, so I'm not sure.
VMon is the winner promo.
Ah,
And I think-
blessed.
Yeah.
Wow, you
We
Greymon
need
stand.
I mean,
Hey, we
Security
need more
+1
space.
Greymon is
What's so hard about that?
yeah, Security
It's
+1 Greymon is a much more needed staple, I feel like. So
That card's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Because of shortcut reasons.
yep.
It's a nice,
Does
a
he
nice
even
art
play
too.
in the next set at all?
I think you'll see play in the future, like overall.
Just a good
Yeah.
Solid card. Yeah, just good card.
Security +1 for free.
I think it'd be
Well,
nice
stuff
if
safe.
Yo.
me personally, I just would like an alt art for VMon. You know, we don't get a lot of those, so I was mostly excited for
Oh.
that.
Oh yeah, dude. Not enough VMons.
True. Damn.
No,
all
side
right.
events are cracked actually, and then
Yeah.
you have the 2 ultimate mini cups, so you can get a Coromon or Greymon from the first Evo Cup from before the first
Yes.
year, and then
Ooh.
you can play for the whole Pyodrum Online.
I think people are gonna go kind of crazy with the Coromon because isn't it like almost $100 right now?
They're making bank on it. If it's $100, I think they're charging 15 or 25 for 8 people to
Oh
enter.
yeah.
For 16 people, like Core's about to make a killing with these side events.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they have enough,
Just super
people are
down
gonna
for
go
the team
ham.
tournament. I think those are super fun.
Yeah, team tournament would be sick.
Oh, I
Yes.
Depends if not sticking around for the actual game.
Oh, I'm definitely crashing burning Saturday. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Zero faith in yourself. All right, bro. With the cella and everything.
I think it's gonna be a good time for sure. Like a lot of fun.
I think it's good. I think it's finally good press for Bandai. Like literally, Facebook has been shitting on Bandai for everything they've been doing. Unless you're
Yes.
EOS Mon stan, then you've been very happy recently.
Bruh. Okay.
No one's ever happy. Oh my god.
Bruh, the BT11 anniversary promos are so ass. They're ass. They're booty
That's true.
cheeks.
That's true.
Booty cheeks.
I'll give it that. They're
Like
really
at
bad.
least I was looking back to the set from last year. I was like, even like, was Bergermon's final form. I don't know what the level 6 is.
Phoenixmon.
Phoenixmon. Even Phoenixmon was like quality. Like it's at least like Adventure 1 Digimon Mega that was a good alt art.
Yeah.
Millenniumon, which was good money. Like there's literally trash, bro. The fact that these motherfuckers got 2 Tyrannomon cards in this shit is fucking literally next level.
Yeah.
Please support Tyrannomon support, please.
No, hell no. I think the only
support is literally just gonna be like a Rookie Rush style, just beat your face deck.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I think the
They got some good hits
Impmon,
though.
the Impmon is the only one, I think, if I remember correctly, just because
Yeah, that card still played, so.
Beelzemon players are gonna shell out for that for sure.
And the Beal Star as well.
BL Star, yeah.
Gosh. Oh no.
I mean, that's
And
what they got.
okay, while we're on the topic of shitty alt arts, we have to talk about the Nationals event pack. Like, what is it? It's the if you get top, you get that pack, right?
It's the
Oh,
like you get the
the
adventure. You get was it the Frontier? Is that what it? Not the
Yeah.
Frontier. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the Tamers? No. What is season 3? You get the season 3 Digimon.
Yeah, it's like ancient, the blue
Yeah.
ancient. It's all the shitty ancients except for ancient
Oh.
beetle. Ancient beetle.
No. Ancient's what you get
That's
for
true.
entering. If you top, you get the season 3. So like all the ancients
Oh, word,
are
word,
the
word.
entry one, which is like ass.
So it's booty.
I thought-
Yeah,
I thought it was the Doru line.
Dude,
No,
not
that's
even
the
played.
winter cards.
those are the winter cards. Yeah,
Oh, winter cards.
yeah.
But no, I was really hoping they would just repeat last year and just give back like the Kakai's Breath, Hammer Sparks, Gaia Force, Flower Canyon. I was hoping they just do those with updated stamps.
Yeah.
Those were sick.
Staple options
No,
would be
those are-
sick, but
Ooh,
be
that
good.
would be sick.
here we
So
are.
it's the Savior Huckmon, the ancient Mega Furiamon,
Yeah.
ancient
Oh,
Kazemon.
he knows the name of the blue ancient card. Woohoo!
I'm reading it, dude. Ancient Beetlemon, Ancient
Yeah.
Pixmon, and Diabora, which I don't think the Diabora one's not
Yeah.
even that good.
You forgot.
They repeated to death and
You forgot
Digimon
ancient
is badass.
Kazemon, bro.
Oh, Ancient Kazemon, my bad. Played in every single hybrid deck.
What was it? Cosmon.
Yeah.
Hybrid
Yeah.
has to be getting another set this year. Like they've already redid the red line, and then I
Yeah.
think it's the 30th anniversary of that season. So
They
I
should.
honestly feel they're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, Red Hybrid got the new deck that looks cracked.
I can't
Yeah.
remember Tom.
There's
It
gotta
was
be
doing
like
pretty good.
Red Tower,
Blue hybrid.
What they get?
Tower.
the new Red Hybrid.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's a Gamma player, bro. He don't care about nothing no more but Gamma Mon.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, we'll
But
talk about
nothing to him.
Dorbikmon later, I guess.
Dorrick is my guy now. I
Yeah.
believe in Dorrick now.
All right,
Good
we'll
card.
get into that. We'll get into that. All right, so next topic, as people know, Nationals is in Los Angeles, and there has been a little bit of hate because statistically speaking, the majority of people live in either the Midwest or the East Coast in the United States. But because Core TCG is hosting the Nationals event, and Core TCG is located in Pasadena, which is, of course, pretty much right next to Los Angeles, we're going to the Los Angeles Convention Center, which we all live right next to, and we're super sick about it, super hyped. Because we only got we've only had one West Coast event before then in San Diego, and now we got the biggest tournament of the year, pretty much. We got Nationals.
As we
East
should.
Coast was privileged. You guys had
Privilege,
There's some
bro.
fucking
All the
Yeah.
tournaments.
snowstorm right now on the East Coast. Some fucking blizzard. Fuck that, bro. Come to sunny California.
Yeah.
You're away from Hollywood. You want to go to
Yeah.
Vegas. You're 3 hours away.
Privileged.
You come here.
Yes,
This is
sir.
where events need to happen.
Yes, sir. And also, all the online events are East Coast time. Like,
Oh my fucking god! I am tired of waking up at like 7 in the morning
dude.
so I could do an online tournament and then lose to the one dude who's
Yeah.
playing freaking blue flare. It's
My
like,
bad.
come on,
My
Yeah.
bad.
got my ass up in the morning. You get, come on, man.
If you're
LA
coming from like the East Coast, you get to wake up at what would be your like 10 o'clock, get some nice rest, and then play our tournaments.
Yeah.
This is,
Facts,
this
actually.
is perfect.
Facts,
I mean,
LA is the best place for the first in-person.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I don't.
Gen Con always gets the like the first ultimate, or they always have the special pricing with like the All Force and the Galmon like the past 2 years. So Gen Con always gets something. And then I think PPG event hosts a lot. They're all East Coast based. They never come out here. I think the furthest they've gone is Denver. Both DigiFest,
Yeah.
Miami, and Texas. Like Cali deserve this for sure.
Yep. Haters take the L.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think traveling's bad. I went to Digicon when they had the first one.
Fest Miami.
And
Yeah.
at Digifest, there we go, Digifest, and all the way to Miami. I'm Cali to Miami, and it was cool. I mean, I enjoy traveling, but I think everyone, it's just what it has to be. You know, sometimes you gotta travel out if you really want to play.
GenCon's in Indiana, yeah.
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 It was at the Lucas Oil Stadium.
Which, by the way, where? Where's that? Like, come on.
Yeah, tragic.
They
I
kept
don't
by
know.
the Midwest.
Bruh. All right, but for all you people coming to Cali, coming into LA, since we're locals, we're gonna put you guys onto the best spots right now. So let's talk food first, because there's so much dank ass food out here in LA.
We'll get rid of the obligatory. You just have to go in and out if you're not from California or the West
Yeah.
Coast. Just
That's
get out of
true.
the way.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Whataburger is not a good
The
example.
classic.
Of
Yeah,
good
yeah.
food.
There's an In-N-Out right outside of LAX. It's busy as shit probably, but go there. Don't order off the menu, bros. Get the double animal style with the animal fries.
Oh, you have to do animal style fries because
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
they're mid.
Yeah, the regular fries are mid. Say animal fries. Trust me, they know what you're talking about. It's not on the menu. It is not on the menu. Get the animal. Just say I want animal fries. They got you.
He's lying to you. He's gonna make you look foolish in the drive-thru menu.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sad. Plain fries, plain burger,
No, you gotta do that.
ice water.
Ice
lemon up?
water. Yo, the
If
lemon
you're
up.
ordering
Yeah.
off the menu, just go
Lemon up goes crazy.
It does go crazy. That's true. That's true.
I have a controversial pick though, because I know what we were talking about before.
Okay.
I know you need to go to an unnamed street taco cart with the tent set up.
Yep.
That's what you need to hit.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
You need to hit those up.
Yep.
Mm.
Honestly, most taco trucks are probably a good bet. There's
Yes.
a lot of good taco trucks out here.
Yes. You guys ever been to Kogi Truck?
I've not been to Kogi truck.
Bro. Oh my,
Food trucks
you
are
guys
good.
you guys are missing out on the Kogi Truck. But all right, we'll move on because Kogi Truck hard to locate. But I want to bring up Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, the OG. If you go to Roscoe's,
For a reason?
it is famous for a reason. You go to Roscoe's, you get the Obama special. Don't get any, the menu is confusing, okay? Because there's numbers. You don't know what they mean. Don't look at the menu. Just tell the waitress you want the Obama special, okay? It's a thigh and a wing and 2 waffles.
Let's go. Dude.
My thoughts on Roscoe's is that the chicken is pretty good. The waffles are legendary.
The waffles go
Yes.
crazy,
I was like-
bro.
I was about to say, like, the chicken it's good, it's okay.
The
but
waffles go
waffles
crazy, bro.
You can
Wait.
probably find better chicken at Popeyes, but you know.
I mean, it's comparable, but the waffles are undefeated. The waffles at Roscoe's are undefeated. I don't want any Texas. I don't want any Midwest, East Coasters talking to me about no Waffle House or any shit like that, bro. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You get the Obama special. That's it. It's game over. Game over.
I like Felipe's.
Others-
Felipe's. You're saying random Hispanic names like Felipe's.
Felipe. It's got like from the original French dip. Have you not been?
Oh, is that like Cole's?
Yeah. Maybe.
Cole's is in Hollywood. It's supposedly the OG French dip, but I think there's 2 restaurants claiming for fame on that one. So,
Oh, man. I just drive around LA. I have no idea where anything is.
whoa, yeah, that's a lot of people out here in LA. It's not a city; it's a sprawl.
If you're flying in, you land in LAX, get your In-N-Out burger.
Yeah.
And then at the end of regionals, after you crash and burn and played a bunch of side events, you and your homies need to end up at a taco cart with a tall can and just enjoy California weather. You're gonna be able to be in shorts, chilling at night in LA.
True.
Facts.
Is there a doghouse anywhere near? Dude, I had doghouse recently. And I think it was fire.
I don't think that's like California's.
No, yeah. Doghouse is in Cali, but I don't know. I know there's one in the Valley, and we were supposed to get one out here, but it never came through.
Yeah.
I've had Doghouse. What's Doghouse?
It's just
It's
like
a
it's a hot
burger
dog place.
Hot dog
dog.
burger joint, yeah.
What I gotta recommend is Wurstkirsch.
Oh,
Sausages, gourmet. They're amazing. They're deep in
Yeah,
LA. It's like
yeah.
some German name. We have to spell it in the description somewhere.
that got hyped up in our Discord. We were talking about that spicy.
It deserves the hype. It's
Yes.
real good.
Yes.
What else? There's Sweet Chick. Which isn't as
Suche.
good as Raw goes, but still nice.
We're talking about Howlin' Rays. Howlin' Rays for hot chicken.
Ooh,
All right,
Oh,
for hot
bro.
chicken. That said,
Pink's hot
know
dog
your
stand.
hot tolerance because you
Yeah.
can go too far.
Yeah.
This place doesn't
Yeah.
fuck around with heat.
Yeah, if you think you're a spice lord, like tone it down one level and you'll be okay. Because I thought I was a spice lord, and then my butthole hurt for like 24 hours.
The Raw Spice Sword came out.
Yeah, yeah. But the sandwich was dank, so that's
I got to
confirmed.
watch someone order one spice level too high, and I laughed.
Yeah.
So even if you're not getting the spice level and someone else gets it, you might enjoy yourself anyway.
Yes. What else is the convention center is right next to crypto.com arena. So
Staples Center?
yeah,
Or previously Staples Center.
previously Staples. So if y'all want to catch a Kings game or some shit, I think they're still in season, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
watch
I'll be
Kings
going
game.
to one soon. So
There's also a lot of good food places
Yeah.
around that area.
LA Live
You
is
get-
out there. Just in general, the food places out there.
LA
like-
is a dope spot.
Yeah.
If there's the Lakers are gonna be the road, so if the Clippers or Kings are playing, you can get you a street dog. LA street dog is legendary.
Bro, the street dogs. Yeah. The lady they have little red cars and they go hot dog, hot dog, hot dog.
Oh, no. Oh no.
Yeah. It's not racist because I'm Mexican. So.
No, it was an accurate imitation of it.
We will say that Hollywood is like the hyped up spot. It's definitely a little overrated.
Oh yeah.
You can definitely visit it, but don't,
Skip
don't
Hollywood.
be there.
Skip Hollywood Boulevard. Skip the Walk of Stars fame, whatever bullshit.
Don't skip Hollywood. Skip tourist Hollywood. Like if you're going to bar hop, Hollywood's dope. Don't go out there to see like a wax
right.
museum or shit like that. No. But if you're
Yeah,
going out
yeah.
to drink, Hollywood's dope.
Yeah,
Santa
if
Monica,
y'all,
the Pier's dope.
Yeah, if y'all are Star Wars fans, go to the Scum and Villainy Cantina in Hollywood. It's a Star Wars themed bar, which is pretty sick. So I know there's probably some crossover there. Digimon fans and Star Wars
Be
fans.
right
So,
back.
yeah, definitely hit that place up. There's like barcades out here and shit. Just like hit up Yelp,
Yeah,
like whatever has
barcades are
5
cool.
stars. Yeah, barcades are sick.
Mhm.
So just in general, there's a lot. Of...
Sunday you can hit up Frankensons, which is like the biggest.
Oh
collector
yeah,
spot
okay, yeah. We gotta
ever.
bring up Franks.
Yeah.
Of course.
It sucks they're not gonna be open Friday for you guys, and Saturday hopefully you should be doing well in nationals. But
Yeah.
Sunday you scrubbed out. Go to Frank's.
Yeah,
Frank's
go to
got
Frank's.
Everything under the sun you want collectibles. You like figures, cards, literally anything you collect, they got.
Frank's
Yeah.
is cool.
How far
I
is
always go
Franks
there
from
for
LA?
boxes.
Like an
Yeah.
hour?
Nah,
45 minutes?
Maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
But yeah, you just jump on the 60.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
they
need
limit everything.
any cards, like that is a spot.
anything
They
collectible,
have everything. Yeah.
anything collectible, anything.
Mhm.
Pretty
Damn.
dope. But I mean, that's enough for the tour guide. Get into the nitty gritty.
True.
Whoa, I gotta throw this in. I've been to Frank's and they didn't have my Chocobo plushie, and I was upset.
Okay, no chocobo plushies, unfortunately, but
But other than that, it's fine. It's really dope.
all right, let's get into the nitty gritty, as Troop said. Let's talk Nats format. All right, so
E11.
BT11. So coming in from EX3, there was pretty much no competitive EX3. I think there's like 2 regionals, 1 regional, 2
There's like 2 or
regionals,
3 events, maybe.
maybe.
But then there's nothing crazy.
Yeah. So a lot of
Because
people.
we had that one like weird tournament, which was it. EX3 wasn't legal, but the ban list took place, so it was BT10
Yeah.
ban list, no EX.
Yes.
I played in that event.
Me too.
Oh yeah, it was an Ultimate Cup, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and then there was the San Diego regionals, and then I don't know if there was anything after that. Maybe like
San Diego Regionals
one.
was still BT9. or
Yeah,
BT9.
I'll still be doing.
Oh, was
yeah,
it?
BT9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was before.
there was Play
BT10.
TCG.
So the
Oh,
real
yeah.
question is,
That
do
one
we
that
think
was
there's going
supposed
to be
to
a ban list before BT11 or when it dropped?
No, it's too close, I think.
at this point though.
It would be
I-
really troll if they dropped one right now.
I would fucking love it though.
If they did, I was just saying they should hurt this dog deck.
Yeah.
Chill, fam.
As
Chill,
someone
chill,
who
chill,
loves
chill.
dogs, and I love this game. When I play against the dog deck, I don't like this game. Dog deck is so frustrating to play against.
I think Nats is gonna be spicy enough that we don't need a ban list. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
I
I'm
I
hoping
think
that
there's
these
so much
new decks
spice.
have good answers against that deck because that deck's very
That's true.
obnoxious to play against.
I think there
think
will be a
you
lot
can
of
make a
spice.
healthier format because I mean Digimon's good, but if a deck has been relevant for BT9, BT10, EX3, and BT11 4 sets is too much. It's 'cause, like the yellow hybrid syndrome is that it just
Yeah.
you can't keep playing a deck for that long.
They
for
just
to be
nuke it
topping.
because it's played too much, like
Yeah,
Jesmon.
like you
Yeah.
help things get better. And I mean, we've seen
Yeah.
it before. I mean, preemptively X4 got banned or got restricted, and that probably
That was
could've
kind
been,
of
like,
weird though. That was kind of weird because that guy was not.
That's fault from Japanese meta, bro. Like people swear they can't answer something, and it was good, and I played it, and I thought it was really good deck, but it was not tier 0
Tier
in the
0,
slightest.
Yeah,
It was
no,
a good
hell
deck.
no.
It was
Hell
maybe
no.
a tier 1 deck.
Yeah, for sure
Yeah.
tier 1, but like not tier 0 at all. Like, not at all.
Ridiculous. My guys had a good matchup against that shit. Come on.
I don't know, dude.
So
I got
yeah, that's like I don't know. Like the thing, I feel like they need to touch all the X antibody stuff. Be just like it's for health reasons, not that like because it just like we moved on. Grandis was still relevant, where Melga is still relevant, and I mean even Alphamon topped in EX3 just because the tools are still just too strong.
Yep.
So I mean, I would prefer limit just to like new stuff to happen. But I mean, an X antibody hit is the reason. Like Black Warrior Gray X
Yeah.
going in is going to be strong. So I mean,
Do you think
We'll
it's
see what they do
a? Do you think it's a cool boy limit angle?
I don't know. I feel like Cool Boy takes away from like you hit multiple decks with just one card versus like it's having to go
I think-
hit every like level 5 or
I
something.
think that's why a
each
lot of
deck.
people target that card specifically. I think it does like one too many things. Like if it's searched and like drew you a card when you digivolved, like cool. If it's searched and getting you memory when you digivolved, cool. Because it does both, like
Yes,
For all three?
all
I'm a
three.
Zelda
Yeah,
player,
it does all
and
three.
like-
Like
I'm bored of it. Like and I don't know. Like it's too consistent. Like I said, I feel like it's too fine tuned of subtype for most decks, and then it's hard to. It's gonna be hard to make people like if you wanted to make Melga good, not X. It's hard because those tools are just something you throw in. and
Yep.
everything's gonna be great. Same thing with Grandis.
yep.
So
two costs is ridiculous.
Two
Man.
costs, dude. That it should at least cost 3 probably for everything it does.
Easy
Yeah, but we
choke
can't
card.
use cards
Yeah.
in
Easy
the
choke
game,
card.
so-
Yeah.
So that's it. But I mean, like, I don't think things need to get touched. I just think for like maybe a healthier meta, a more diverse meta.
I think they should do that after Nats if they do, though.
I mean, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I think because I think just dropping a balance now is a little bit too less prep. We're already people are already proxying to prep for an event that is going to be out for like a week or two.
I mean, does it change much though? Like, it finally makes Melga and Grandis players not play Melga and Grandis. Like,
Well,
I
those decks
think
kind of
Yeah.
beat out a lot of other decks.
It's just-
And also makes security control a better deck because they beat that deck.
if we're talking about specifically a cool boy ban, it doesn't hurt Grandis at all. If we're talking about they ban Grand Kuwagamon and Werguru on promo, then we can talk. But that's a whole like
Oh yeah, Cool Boy Limit. No, I'm just saying.
cool boy
Cool
limit
Boy
does not hurt
Limit.
Grandis. Yeah,
Yeah, that deck didn't even play Cool Boy until like the newer builds are trying it.
yeah.
I
But I
mean,
think-
we haven't talked about the other problem card in the new deck, Black or Gray.
Hades
It's,
Force.
The Greymon X. Okay, that card. But Greymon X, giving you more value on your level 5.
I think Greymon X is fine.
People
I
are
think
very
it's hard.
much
I
complaining
think it's
about
really
that
good.
card.
No way. Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
scrubs. No, anyone. Greymon X complainers are scrubs. Sorry,
It's
viewers.
really good. It reduces your cost by 2, which is really strong.
Yeah.
I mean, the deck
It's a
is
strong card.
pretty
You know
slow.
what?
Like,
It's still a Black or Greymon deck. It has that problem where it takes a while to ramp up.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
I
I guess
agree.
it lets you like not have to play win rate. I guess.
I mean,
I think
the level
Hades Force
6
is the
says
issue.
you
Well,
could.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
issue, but I think Hades
Win rate
Force is
is
like
still
the
good.
unfair balance of a card. Beyond that, I think the Black Horn Greymon deck is just a really good deck. Like, I mean, if we had to go through full force like Alphamon, full force Blue Hybrid, going through a set with full force Black War Greymon X is
Yeah.
definitely not something I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the playstyle of allowing a card that's for 5 cost generally, that's gonna like clear someone's like board is too much.
I don't think Hades Force is actually like that OP. Honestly.
I
I mean, it reads
minute.
OP. It reads OP, but I don't think in practice is that strong. Because hear me out, okay? People are like, oh my god, if they play Hades Force when they have Gaiomon out, they can delete 13 costs worth of Tamers and Digimon and then attack directly. But realistically, like if you have Gaiomon out already and then you can afford to cast Hades Force without losing tempo, you're probably already winning.
It depends. I mean, I've only played a couple matches, and especially with Tower, like he gets up to it, like because the new X antibodies, it's hard to remove a stack in Black War Greymon X. So them having a stack is never really an issue. And I feel like it's always been like that with Black War Greymon. Like it's really hard to remove a stack. Like the stack might not do much, like unless they did the security +1. It's really just checking for 1, so it's not massively like killing you. But I'm mainly a blue player, so I like only ever bounce anything. So if I can't bounce it, it's staying on board like the whole game.
All right,
So maybe that's like where
let's
my
defer to our
view
red
is.
players then. Yeah, how do you guys feel about Hades Force? Does it feel good to play? It costs 5 essentially, right?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much if you have X antibody underneath, but it does kind of feel like a win more card when you do have it, and like I think that's why people only play 2 of.
Right.
Like, if it was not broken, you would play all 4.
Yeah.
But so it's a fine line, but like it could, when you do get it off, it could feel like OP and you hate the game.
Yeah. But doesn't your opponent have to kind of play into it too? Like, okay, if they throw out like a bunch of tamers and then like wimpy Digimon and then you just hit him with the Hades Force with your Gaimon out, like isn't that like, okay, you played into my Hades Force, bro?
You have to develop tamers just to play the game most of the time for most.
Yeah,
of
some
Do
decks
you
just don't
though?
play on that stuff,
Like
so.
what? Like Crossheart and what? Yellow Hybrid are the only like tamer reliant decks right now?
I
Match
mean,
them
All
on.
Force
No, but-
is pretty tamer reliant.
Tamer line deck, you have just a small amount of tamers. Now you don't have any tamers.
Yeah, I think it probably affects the less tamer reliant decks more, because if you run like your 3 memory setters and you're like, I got it, I'm just gonna clear out like your 2 you got and then a Digimon. Like,
All right, fair enough.
As I said, I think it's powerful. I'm not a big fan of Black War Greymon, like the oppression of tamers. Like, I think tamers needed an answer. I thought Death X was a really solid like universal answer for most decks. For like, okay, you're going wide with tamers. I have a board clear that's hard to clear, and I'm de-digivolving. But Black War Greymon just does, I think, just a little bit too much. Like, its requirements are, oh, you have a stack. Well, guess what? My Black War Greymon stack is not easy to clear, so it will survive the turn I digivolve into it. And then I can just clear multiple tamers, like a Digimon and a tamer. I think it just, like I said, I think it does a little bit too much. If you have one, it's fine. Security effect is fine. I don't even think attacking into the player is a big deal. I just think, like, the amount you can remove for 5 costs is a lot. It's kind of like Sunrise Buster. Like, Sunrise Buster did a lot. It's not necessarily broken. It just did too much.
I mean, Sunrise Buster scaled with itself. That was because your first Sunrise Buster would set up the second Sunrise Buster, which sets up the third Sunrise Buster. So they get progressively stronger, right? Because each one plays a tamer, and then the tamer makes the next Sunrise Buster stronger. Hades Force, I don't think that's a problem, because you just have the one Digimon out, right? And if your opponent can get over that one, then all of a sudden, what? You're gonna Hades Force while you have a Greymon X out and just like delete 5 costs of things?
I mean,
I personally am way more okay with a deck like Black War Greymon being a better, like one of the best decks, because it's a deck you can interact with, as opposed to a deck that just abuses the raising area and that you can't interact with it really, and just makes a Digimon that kills you with no interaction from the opponent.
Yeah.
Like, that's a much more healthy deck to be really, really strong than a deck that just straight up wins the game. Like, I had someone talking to me about, are you okay with these kinds of decks? Like, are you okay with I told him I don't know, okay with Melga. It's like, what about Bloomlord? I'm like, well, Bloomlord's fine. Bloomlord does a really, really strong thing, but it's a strong thing that I can interact with. I can actually have a game against it, depending on what deck I'm playing.
I don't think that's like, I don't like, that's Black War Greymon X itself is not the issue for me. Like, that stack, the whole deck, it's really just, I think Hades Force does too. Like, and like, sorry, each force doesn't scale with each other, but they scale with Black War Greymon. So if you're already at a Black War Greymon, my chances to come back are probably going to be with tamers that give me effects. And then I can't do that because you just like overpower me more.
But they can't play Hades Force on the same turn they go into a Black War Grey, so you have one turn to respond.
But I mean, it depends if you have one turn to respond, because if they attack with it and then it restands, it doesn't pop a security, pop a Digimon like the lowest cost.
Okay, but realistically, if you can't respond in one turn to a Black War Grey X, you're probably not a tier 1 deck. So
I mean, it depends on what they've cleared. Like I said, I think it depends. I always thought Greymon cards were really strong. I mean, the inconsistency is like them themselves, but they have like power effects going up. Now you go up for 2 into the BT8 Metal Garurumon, the one that digivolves and then pops something for 3k.
Yeah,
like that digivolving strong.
It makes any Metal Greymon cost 2.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like going into that one specifically is extremely strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the benefit of X antibody gaining memory to make sure you can extend your plays more. And it's like it's just a big amalgamation of the deck. Like I don't think itself is too strong. Like I said, if you got rid of Hades Force, I don't think Black War Greymon, even with Hades Force, I don't think it's like a tier 0 deck. I just think that card specifically just is gonna get out of hand, kind of like Sunrise Buster did.
If any deck walls out Metal Garurumon, I'm super happy. It will make me enjoy the game more. If decks just like keep the deck down, so that I don't have to play against it so much and aggravate myself.
Yeah.
I think that
that's because you run Chaos Degradation, so you don't ever worry about. There's no protection to that except for.
Uh-oh.
You run Chaos Degradation, I still lose to it.
Wait, Chaos, right?
I still lose the deck.
Like that's it. Like it's like the opposite problem I have being a blue player. Is like I can only ever bounce something, so I'm gonna see that again. You were just like, oh, protection? Nah, put that at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah.
Black Ribbon has protection, and I'm not whining about it. It has protection against chaos degradation.
What protection does it have?
Yuya.
That's the tamer. The tamer says you can't target me, period, for a turn.
Yuya. I've heard rumblings online that security control actually kind of bops Blackboard Gray X.
It might, maybe.
Rumblings.
But...
Apparently, it heals too much for them to kill them before that.
It's possible, but they like get protection and they track security, so they get rid of some of the things.
Anything with a lot of bombs and security, Beelstar, what? Secret?
Rumbling.
Uh-oh. Hidden top tier deck?
Alright, I think we're transitioning into tier list talk, so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we're gonna kind of frame this in the context of our last tier list video. So we're kind of gonna go over what we got right and what we got wrong from the EX3 tier list, because realistically, like, not too much has changed from then. There's like a couple new decks and some decks got support, so we'll like reference those. But for the most part, everything has kind of stayed the same. So let's go ahead and just you guys want to start from the bottom, or you guys want to start from the top?
Are we gonna bring up a tier list, or are we just gonna talk about it?
We're talking about the old tier list. So
start from the top. Start from the top. Okay, so I got it right here. So we got Melga, the first place tier 1. I think that's pretty much correct.
Yeah.
Is anything gonna bop that as first place tier 1?
There might be more answers. I'm not sure.
More answers, I think, is correct.
Like the three, I think the three biggest decks of next set all have answers to it, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. So then let's go. Grandis, we had second place as another X antibody OTK.
This deck is broken. This deck is broken. This deck is broken.
But I think it's the fact that it's just slightly less consistent than other OTK decks. I bumped it to tier 1.5, but it's still fucking crazy.
Uninteractive, doesn't care what's on the field.
I think it's just slightly less.
Wee. It's coming from a Blackboard Gray player.
I can't stand this deck, dude.
Okay, Grandis Giga Bops Blackboard Gray. Yeah, Giga Bops.
So dumb.
The only thing Blackboard Gray cannot defend itself against is destruction by battle, which guess what? Grandis just suspends you and swings over. So
he's just so large for no reason.
Yeah.
Like,
3K just for free.
That deck is like they have to tech in Omnimon X antibody, like the BT5 that like negates attacks.
Yeah.
Or they just get bought by that card. But I personally think the deck, its consistency issues put it to 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Black Orgray having like a check, but this deck is so degen, dude. Sometimes
I don't even know if it's that inconsistent, because there's cards you can play to make it more consistent. Like you can play Analog Youth, you could play the Cool Boy. You can just bump up your memory boost count. Like it's not like it's as consistent as any other X antibody deck, and it plays the exact same ratios, right? 12 rookies, 10 champions, 8 ultimates, 8 level 6s, level 7s, pretty much. Like, and then your memory boosts and your tamers. Like, it's just as consistent as Melga, except for Melga has like a draw card with the the Gurumon promo, which draws you one on attack.
I mean, Melga also just plays at a lower curve.
It plays at a lower curve, true.
It just doesn't have protection.
It just doesn't have protection. That's the biggest problem. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. No protection.
I do think if you were playing a stacked deck, it should have protection.
Yeah, the like
you put a lot of value on your own.
Yeah, the counterpoint is Mimi, so you just, instead of protection, you just make a second stack.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Because there is a lot of complaining about, like, especially with Black or Greymon having protection as the one-stack deck.
Mm-hmm.
But me playing Black or Greymon for so long, before the Greymon X, so even the old one, you have no protection. You're literally just putting resources into something that's going to die next turn.
Deserved.
It's like, yeah, you just put into something, swing for a couple of checks, and then you lose it and make a new stack. And guess what? By that time, you're probably way behind.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I know people are annoyed by Greymon X, stuff having protection, but what else is the deck supposed to do?
Yeah, I think one stack decks, they either have to kill you on the turn they come out of their stack, or they have to have protection. If they don't have either of those, then they're probably mid.
Yes, they will not be tier 1.
Yeah.
Or they're like Bloom Lord and they are not one stack, they just make more than one stack afterwards.
Yeah, you have to be able to spread the board, but
yep.
Yeah, there's no you have to be. As a one stack, you have to have protection. I mean,
I mean,
I guess.
they gave it deck protection. They called Alphamon, and that deck was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Well, they nerfed that shit.
Mhm.
So
They did nerf it because it literally had no interaction.
yeah.
That stuff was pretty crazy.
All right. So let's go on to the next deck that we talked about is Security Control. We had Tier 1 third place. I think that pretty much stays true. This is like the deck builders like dream deck. There's so many things you can do with Security Control. Like just the fact that options come out of security for free is gonna make this deck always relevant, like regardless of color.
Primitive had a new build that put Magnamon in it to stop the Ancient Greymon type decks.
I do like that. I do like the blocker tag.
Like there's so much you could do just deck building wise for this deck.
Yes.
Oh, people are cooking.
The concept of the deck is just so powerful.
People are cooking some SecCon, dude. I'm scared for that in BT11.
Yeah, dude. Thanos meme, what was he cooking? I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
They're always cooking Security Control. There's always something new you can do with the deck. You don't even need new cards. You just need like, okay, what do I beat with this deck today?
Yep.
I hate Security Control. It deserves to be top 3.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, and honestly, like, we can't talk too much about this deck because we don't know, like, what the popular build is going to be because the deck is just so, like, constantly changing, flexible. Like
the core is always the same. It's always the same,
it's just like, you got your Magna-Angemons, Chaos Degrade, Hell Scythe.
Yeah. Magna-Angemon, ways to bring back Magna-Angemon, the best removal options in the game.
Yep. All right, enough said
ways
about
to make
that.
your opponent's turns frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Security Control. Be ready for it.
I will say that the deck's going to invade even with new cards, but maybe there's some new stuff that counters it. If they nerf Security Control, they have to nerf OTKs though. Like it's one of the biggest things that keeps them in check.
True, actually true.
Like both of those to get nerfed. I would love Security Control and OTK.
If I actually played Security Control, I don't mind playing it. I'm a monster. But like if it gets nerfed, OTKs have to get nerfed. It's the thing that keeps them in check.
I don't know how you nerf Security Control. Is it just Magna-Angemon to 1?
It's Magna-Angemon. It's taking away an amount of Magna-Angemon, whether it's to 1, which is what they normally do, or not. Sorry, I
think that's the real problem. I don't think it's hard to touch because you'd have to touch several things.
Yeah,
like you'd have to touch certain tamers.
They would have to change the game mechanics somehow to be like options and security. Like you have to have a color to activate the option and security or something like that.
Because I think that hurts other decks as well that are not security.
Exactly. So it's just gonna be.
I mean, you just probably create another Floodgate Digimon, like another Floodgate Digimon for each color to have something to fight against. Like maybe a Floodgate Digimon that stops memory gain for tamers. So like Kari and Mimi don't affect you, or maybe like a black Digimon that says like no options.
Maybe something like
for like a turn
like Argomon level 6, which like suspends all your opponent's tamers.
Yeah, like you introduce more. Like I think to nerf Security Core, you just introduce more to the colors to give them a chance to like naturally fight it. Like Red has.
I will say some of the stuff I was looking like I was like, okay, how can I improve a Security Control deck for BT11? And you can't really use any of the options because the way they're printing the new options are you have to have this Digimon or bases on this level of Digimon and making more options that are more conditional so they can't just use them in any deck could actually be like a soft way to like counter that deck.
The security effect is very different from the main effect. Yeah, exactly.
What I think is
specific.
What I think is I wish they actually brought in not saying that the control is not real, but I thought I wish they bring in like a control type deck that follows like the whole ideal way to play, like building a stack, controlling it, kind of like Bloomlord. Like I think that's good.
The thing is, those kind of decks in this game end up being those are like mid range decks most of the time.
Yeah. True.
I just think SecCon is just always going to be a thing in this game. You know, it's something you just have to deal with.
They would have to change the rules to make it not a thing.
I got ADP, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we have cards like that. Yuya, ADP.
True. All right, moving on. All right, so in EX3, we had Blue Flare Tier 1. I think this is probably our first miss. Because...
No tamer, no win. No tamer, no win. That's it.
Yeah, 1.5 I think is a little generous, Troop. I think this is a top Tier 2.
I think the misconception of this deck is that when it is winning, it feels really frustrating.
Yes.
And because we're linking frustration to goodness, and I don't think it's actually that good. It's the fact that when you lose to it, it doesn't feel like it's like you're able to do anything.
Yeah.
Because it's the blue hybrid thing where it just stuns all your board, but it's less good about stunning your whole board.
Yep. Yep.
Stun's just kind of lame overall as a mechanic. So.
If you play any deck,
Tamer,
yeah. If you play any deck that can operate on one big Digimon, then you're probably shitting on Blue Flare. If you have to make 2 Digimon to do anything, then Blue Flare probably beats you. So it's kind of like a gatekeeper deck almost. Like it
a polarized match.
It stat checks you on like what your deck does. I don't know. And then like in BT, so BT11, the deck gets some support. So it gets the Z Greymon, which lets you unsuspend for free essentially and attack again. So you get an extra attack, and if you have the red Greymon, then you can probably OTK with that, right? So if you have Blue Flare Greymon and the red Greymon and the level 5, which you can do, so you can get 2 Greymons underneath, and then you can get a Greymon, right? So you can attack. Your opponent has 2 more Digimon. You can unsuspend with the blue Greymon. Unsuspend. Attack. That's 4 checks. And you have Armor Purge. So you're fine. You don't care. And you go to Z Greymon. Z Greymon Digivolves over a Metal Greymon for free. Unsuspend Z Greymon's effect. Attack again for game. Somehow you can pull that off.
I got put to sleep listening to you talk about Blue Flares.
I got a new rookie. I got another rookie. I got a Dracomon.
I got a 6.
I got a.
Doesn't it gets support in like the next 2 sets? Like
I mean, you can. Okay, so BT12, you can Kaiser Nail out Cross 7 Superior mode, and it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, but regular Cross 7 Kaiser nailing that out is not that good. Unfortunately,
that's such a funny meme. I'm so excited to see it. The Kaizo nailed the superior mode.
Yes, it's gonna be super ridiculous, and I'm definitely building that deck. But in general, Blue Flare is just a gatekeeper deck, and as someone who played Blue Flare in a Ultimate Cup, it was right. Ultimate Cup had the mulligans, right? Yes, so I definitely was highly relying on the mulligans. So the deck just has to have, it has to run weird ratios, just the nature of the deck, because you need to see that Gaussmon at some point. Like that's like such a key card in the deck. So if you don't see that card and you can play forward, like you're just dead in the water.
Yeah, it plays less Tamers than Cross Art, but it needs its Tamers just as much.
Yeah, so it's a little tough. You get the new white one, the Taiki Kiriha Nene. Yeah, which lets you cross and gets you like the drawn memory, so that could be cool. But in general, the deck is just kind of like you need a lot of space, and then like you have there's I don't know, it's a tough deck.
It's like a solid deck to have in the meta because it does drop some stuff, but it's also just not like anything crazy.
Yeah,
we definitely overhyped it.
Yeah,
we thought that I mean, it does have a good blue Mord matchup, but we did overhype its like relevance.
Yes, it'll get decks that go wide, but any deck that can just make one stack and win, it's gonna lose to, which is all the BT9 decks essentially. And the BT9 decks are still kind of controlling the meta.
And Black or Gray kills the Tamers, so
it's lightweighted BT9 decks. So Yep.
Speaking of BT9 decks, can we talk about the disrespect you guys gave War Greymon X?
Yeah, all right. You guys talk about War Grey X, and I have to go pee. Yeah, you guys talk about War Grey X.
You guys go crazy.
We definitely disrespected this deck. This deck was 1.5 for tier 1. This deck,
to be fair, I don't think the 3 of us are red players or Greymon stands.
You're not red players, no.
No one is in here.
Talk each other out, bro. Talk each other out.
I think War Greymon X is just just sack and you win all the way. I think it's just a good deck, and you get some good matchups, you win some really fast games, and there you go.
It's won like the last 3 big tournaments.
Yes,
sure.
We got like top 2 in this last weekend.
The last tournament got all 3 top spots.
Yeah,
first, second, third.
Extremely solid. People have figured it out.
Not tier 3.
Not tier 3.
It's 1.5 at the least. It is actually really good.
Yeah.
Look, it was the weakest of the antibody deck. I mean, and it took until right before BT11 came out that War Greymon. I mean, it's definitely better than we thought, because we're worried about inconsistencies, and it's still naturally inconsistent. But I think was it 1.5?
It also probably gets a lot of help from the fact that it has a built-in ADP and security controls on the rise, and it also uses the new Omnimon X really well.
Yes.
I hate that card so much.
I think it's a shift in meta that made it good. I don't think it's taking advantage. It's a shift in meta, I think.
because I wasn't sure like what made Wargreymon X do so much better, and it wasn't like any builds changed anything crazy. It had to just be how the meta advanced, and it just kind of like squeezed in there, and people forgot about it.
Well, because I think your biggest obstacle was probably the fact that Melgo is still faster than it, but Alphamon was just kind of did what it did, but better.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Alphamon got knocked out, then it's like, oh, well, I can make the big swing protection stack this way instead.
Yeah, it's the most secure like OTK of the decks. So it took Alphamon was basically the deck that was just a better version of it, and then it was gone. So
When you don't have a target, you go to Walmart, man.
But yes, we disrespected Walmart.
Damn.
We disrespected Wargreymon badly.
I'm gonna defend myself. I think I said any OTK deck should be at least tier 2, and you guys are like, no, tier 3.
you know, I think if I remember correctly, that sounds about right.
None of these players are red players, I see.
Yeah.
No one's a believer.
Okay, and
Yeah,
then
I'm a yellow-purple player. I play the control decks. I play the combo decks. I don't play one-stack decks.
you guys talk about BT11 support for Wargrey?
It can use the black or gray stuff, basically.
Yep. So
I
Talk about that?
was definitely looking into it, but I don't know what kind of build I'd go for.
I mean,
Maybe
it'd be the
already
same
with, like,
build.
antibodies, so at least
Say what?
Yeah.
The new Greymon X?
Yeah, same build except you
Yes.
play Yuya and the new Greymon X's. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it just.
Do you need Yuya? You already have the ability to ignore options.
I would play Yuya.
It helps with the Black Wargreymon, the X.
And it lets you play
If
Hades
you-
Force.
But I think that deck was also very dependent on like the extra check from Tai more than the other decks because it is
That's
trying to
true.
actually OTK you. And it actually needs Tai to do the OTK.
That's true.
All right, fair enough. But Yuya
It
lets
still
you
can
play
use
Hades
it.
Force.
That's just my counterpoint.
Hades Force counterpoint.
Hades Force is a good point. Counterpoint. It's a good card. More situational because your Digimon are just not all black red, but having the black team active is nice. It's probably not good against other Black or Greymon decks because they'll be always able to hit Hades Force, and you can sometimes hit Hades Force.
Yeah.
So they can get rid of your Black Tamer.
Oh, true.
All right.
Mm.
But not bad.
All right. You
I
guys
think
I
ready?
did think for the
I-
new stuff, it's probably like 1.5-ish still. We just underestimated it. It gets the new Greymon support that's good. It already uses the X antibodies, so.
And number 1.5. Any counter arguments?
Nah.
And we misjudged it for the current format. It was also
It's-
probably 1.5.
It's put in work.
No. All right. Moving on. Commandramon.
I think it's 1.5.
Commandramon, yeah. We had Commandramon
Solid
tier
1.5.
1 and new format probably 1.5. It doesn't get anything new. And I think Rookie
Yeah,
Rush
the
strats
only
in
new stuff
general.
is the X3 stuff, which is okay. The jamming Sealsramon's nice, but other than that, like the new stuff
True.
hasn't shown like crazy good.
It's
Nah.
tier 1 if Guzman plays it, so.
Oh, bad.
But yeah.
It's what?
It's tier 1 if
Tier
Guzman
one,
plays it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
our homeboy plays it.
Yeah.
He's a Commandramon fiend.
Yeah.
I think it just needs to stay to its like low profile gameplay.
Yeah.
Of just being rookies. Just being a rookie rush deck but advanced.
Yeah.
You know?
That's pretty
And
much
when-
what it is.
Yeah.
Commandramon over and over again, that deck is crazy. When your
Yeah.
thing never gets actually dies and floats
Yep.
forever.
It's a floater, like forever.
I do think the new support from EX3 helped just because you got another named Commandramon, so you can play 20
Yes.
instead of 16.
Mhm.
Yes.
So your floats are more consistent.
Yeah.
I think the 20 Commandramon and the jamming Tankdramon I think is the way to go.
And you get a
then-
beautiful anniversary card, BT11. So I mean,
Ooh,
what's that not to
Altart.
like?
Altart, yeah.
That's true. There is that. They actually got one of the Altarts.
The swag.
So that's
Alright.
2 Altarts for that set then.
What do you think?
Exactly.
Tier 2? Tier 1.5?
I think it's
Tier
1.5.
2,
Not
just because
bad.
it's not doing anything new,
Tier
and it's still
tier
a good deck,
1.5.
but it can't get walled out a little bit by.
I think
certain
4
decks.
Onslaughts, 3 Death X, and 4 Flares make you.
It had a problem
Yeah.
versus Black or Gray. Black or Gray is a deck again, and it's gonna be a very prominent deck.
Yeah, that's true. The redirect and the
And
blocker.
The
Yeah.
new Black or Gray stuff says you can't digivolve it, which means Ultimate Flare is worse.
That was the
Oh,
problem.
true,
Digivolve was the
true.
problem.
True. Correct.
Digivolve's the problem for the deck that Digivolve.
Yeah.
Mirror match, by
Maybe.
the way. All right, let's move on. This is going to be a controversial
Oh.
topic for this.
Let's go.
Did anyone play this deck? coming
You.
up? Just me, right?
Exa mid. Exo mid. Someone advocated for this deck being tier 1, and I was confused. All of a sudden,
I listen to Japan a lot, and I should have learned my lesson several times by now. And
This band doesn't exist.
This deck is okay. This deck is so mid. It's mid. It doesn't do anything.
This is Blue Flare for the same reasons as Blue Flare, but the opposite. It's the deck that's good against one-stack decks and bad against the other decks.
True.
It loses to everything but bad stack decks.
There's some Examon player out there yelling at us.
No, but here's the thing. Examon still loses to Grandis. It still loses to Grandis.
Crazy what it does.
I mean, it's a green deck. I shouldn't have expected more from it.
Yeah, you can just suspend everything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Push you to swing before they can suspend stuff.
Megadeth's cool though.
Yeah, and also no Grandel Soul shits on Examon really bad.
Dude, any bounce. Any bounce.
Bombs, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, like, oh, I get destruction protection, but the best security removal is not destruction.
Yep.
It's
Chaos, yeah, Chaos
It's
Grade.
bot decking and tier
Bouncing
security
and stunning and stripping and everything else.
Yep.
It's strong when it works, so it's still a viable deck, or it's not tier 1 deck.
But then at the same time, it's inconsistent and it's slow and it gives you a lot of memory.
Yeah, so many times I go against an Examon play and he's like, oh, I didn't have my second level 5 or 6. Oh, I didn't have my Examon. Shit, I took too long to dig for Examon. Like they're always missing one piece. Like,
yeah, I didn't know how many pieces. I knew it was the slow was gonna be a problem.
yeah.
I realized how many pieces the deck needed. It needed a lot more pieces.
Yeah, and even if you do manage to fuse into Examon, you still have to have the extra piece to play out for free or to put under your stack. Like it's so many pieces just to do anything, and you get countered by easily by 3 cards.
It's still when it works, it does feel oppressive. Like I just now can't do anything.
Yeah, it's a gatekeeper deck. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
It is.
Yes.
It is gatekeeper.
Yeah, so it's like Blue Flare, where it's a gatekeeper deck. Where if your deck sucks against Blue Flare or Examon, it's shitty. But any real deck has outs to those, unfortunately.
No, you feel like a god. You get the combo off, they got nothing out, and you got something to raise, and you're like, I'm the best player. But then other decks just don't care sometimes.
Yep.
I think we should give Bryce his soapbox for Massamon, and then that to.
All right.
True.
True. Okay, let's demote Exa mid to tier 2 from tier 1, and then let's talk about Massamon, which we had tier 2 and should have been higher. Bryce, please.
Like I said it right away, this deck's good against go wide decks. There was a couple new good go wide decks that are coming out, and it's good against them.
Yes.
And if it plays tier 1 decks, it still has the chance to hit Chaos Degrade.
Yes, I was on the receiving end of a what's the level 7?
Ordinimon?
Yeah, I was on the receiving end of an Ordinimon playing Bloomlord, and it was absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. Also against Bloomlord, the Rugwellmon Vicious, no, it's not Rugwellmon, the Maycrack Vicious mode.
Yeah.
Stops the floodgate. Like that was I think what you guys weren't seeing in the tier list.
Yes.
Is that this floodgate stops me from doing stuff, but I have an answer to the floodgate before I do stuff.
Yeah. Correct.
So it's pretty good against Bloomlord. The deck does have the problem it's always had, and I don't think that's going away even with the new stuff, is that it's fine Gatomon the deck.
Yeah.
You need to find the best card in your deck for your deck to actually be a strong deck.
True.
But purple always is that kind of deck. Even when it was like Lilith Loop in BT7, it was find Eismon the deck.
Yeah, find scatter mode. Yeah, true.
So, but it's still strong. It does a strong thing and works, and it's it controls the whole board. It's hard to break through, and it plays the best security bombs in the game that security control wants to play.
Yeah.
It's not quite as consistent as security control because it's not playing a billion bombs. It's playing exactly the good bombs and a regular Digimon engine.
Is it tier 1, Bryce? In BT11? It's not tier 1?
BT11, I think it's still tier 1.5.
1.5. We had it at tier 2, so that's a bump up.
It is. I think it was 1.5. I think it stays 1.5 with the new stuff. It has to play against the different matchups pretty differently.
Fair.
The new Tamer is really, really strong against not Black War Greymon. Because against Black War Greymon, I have to commit 5 memory and they blow it up.
What about the new Anju, Womana, and Lady Debbie? Do those do anything?
They're good. I haven't tested the matchups yet, but they might give it game against Melga because I can give all my angels blockers, so I can actually stop them from hitting me. And they don't bounce level 5 and higher until they're at Mega X, and that's after like they're a problem. Like they're a problem on the level 5 stack, not their level 6 stack.
Makes sense.
Hopefully it has a much better matchup against that deck. All
right.
New Tamer's really strong, but there is more Tamer deletion in one of the better decks.
Yes.
And the new cards are really good.
Correct. So Messamon tier 1.5, be on the lookout.
Yep, tier 1.5. It's still find Gotham on the deck. If you don't find Gotham on the deck, it feels a lot weaker.
That's
why I play a bunch of searches for it.
True. Okay, so we talked about Bloomlord already?
No, we didn't talk about it quite
I think
yet.
it's fine, 1.5.
1.5, I think we kind of nailed that. Yeah.
It's all, you know.
I think a lot of these,
I think a lot of this doesn't change too much.
I think I will say, yeah, Hydramon is a crazy card.
Yeah, we underhyped that card.
Yeah.
That card's... I still think we placed the deck right, but Hydramon is crazy.
If you get Hydramon out at the right time, that card is like stupid. Like it does like two things. It does so many things. Like it gains you memory. It like makes your opponent lose memory. You can suspend things. You can bot deck something. It's like Nidhogg 2.0. Like that card is insane.
It's like Nidhogg plus Ice Wall.
Yeah.
I think it's the plus my own memory boost.
I'm always like, it does that? It does that? It does that too? I'm like, what the hell doesn't it do? Yeah, I'm like, what? Read it 8,000 times.
It does like 4 things, and the card is absolutely insane. But, okay, so Bloomlord gets 2 support cards in BT11. It gets a new Palmon, and it gets a new Vegemon. So the Palmon lets you draw a card if it's on your board at the start of your turn, and the Vegemon lets you gain a memory if it's on the board at the start of your turn. I might have gotten them reversed, but they pretty much do that. I think you pretty much replace Weedmon, which didn't do anything. You just played it because it had the stats to be played out for free. So overall, it's just like a net buff for the deck. Is it enough of a buff to boost it past tier 1.5? Maybe, just because that deck, if you draw 2 Bloomlords on your turn where you have 4 guys out, you can like swing for 5 checks for free, and it's pretty disgusting. So I don't know.
Is it good versus the new stuff?
Hydramon kind of checks everything that's new, which is
real quick. The new Vegemon actually costs 2 to Digivolve also.
That is
I mean, you just play it. You can just play it up for free, so that's not really.
Yeah, just like whatever.
Yeah, the Sunflower Mount also costs 2, but.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm always like, what, Weedmon and Vegemon cost 1, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason you played Weedmon is you could play it out for free with the effects. Yeah, and sometimes evolve for 1, but like the real reason is because you could play it for free with the other effects. So yeah, you never digibursted in Bloomlord.
Yeah.
So
right, should we?
Yeah, 1.5. It's a strong deck.
Yeah. 1.5.
Loses to decks that are good against go wide decks.
Yeah.
So I think it has probably still a bad Maximon matchups. Still a bad Blue Flare matchup, which is like a rogue deck.
Yeah, gets bopped by Death X. Gets
bopped by Death X.
Gets bopped by memory blockers.
Memory blockers especially.
Yeah.
I remember just Flood getting out with memory blockers was nice.
Yep. All right. Moving on. We had Gallantmon 1.5, which I think overestimated, unfortunately. Yeah, we should have swapped those for sure. Yeah.
It was not quite for fun. It was able to do some stuff, but it's still 3. And now it's probably for fun because it got nothing.
Yeah. Not too much to say about Gallantmon.
It was a fun deck, but it has the same Gallantmon problems. It was faster and able to do those alleviate those issues more, but it still had the exact same issues of I need to delete stuff, you have nothing to delete, I suck.
Red players. True. No, Tower.
I mean, I don't play Gallant, but I think Gallant's fun for fun. Can do stuff sometimes,
tier 3
but
fun. Tier 3 fun for the family.
All right, moving on to BB Dudes.
True.
Armor Rush.
I don't want to talk about it, dude. I like one deck in the format really gate kept it to the point where it just had a bad match. Like it was so versatile, it was so cool. Fucking BT8 Metal Greymon is just the bane of my existence. And the fact that now there's a card that goes on top of that that's even better. Yeah, no, it's like I don't. What the fuck am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
A lot of Greymon being talked about today, like it might be an issue.
It's a personal issue for me. I will say.
I mean, it's the most tight deck set. So
I would rather play against Black War Greymon than have someone like with a fucking Melga, and it's like, oh hey, check this out. They do the same combo I've seen 1,000 times, but be really proud of themselves. It's like, oh, you won't believe this. I'm about to go into, let me guess, the new fucking Omnimon. Oh wow, holy shit, thanks, bye.
That new Omnimon was incredible.
I love that fucking thing, but don't look me in the eye and be like, "Oh, this is gonna knock your socks off, bud."
Knock my socks off.
Yeah,
One on top of my blitz is incredible.
I would say Armor's probably tier 2, not because it's any worse, but because its worst matchup is gonna be more popular.
Yeah,
it's devastating. I mean, I feel like someone's gonna cook something up. It can't be me.
Yo,
I'm too Caucasian.
Who's cooking? Who let him cook?
But like, because I don't know, it's just so versatile, and if we just give us side decks, you because it would be so good with side decks. At least
any blue deck would be good with side decks.
Yeah, but specifically this one,
like a red player. Why are you mad about that?
What am I supposed to put in?
Because I would swap out certain
another
things.
Greymon, bro. What are you talking about?
That's not today's discussion.
That'd have to have been an EX3 though. Like, and I don't know what you could even cite in for this Black War Greymon matchup right now. But you know, maybe someone else will find the recipe, and when they do, I'll play it for another format, and I cannot wait. So everyone else get
the deck. I heard you're playing this format. We haven't talked about it yet.
We should talk about some more.
We swim with the fishes, dude.
No. There's an actual deck that's coming out.
Oh, whoa, fish is an actual deck, Bryce. All right, hold on, put some respect on Aegistramon's name. All right,
I would have put a deck level 5.
All right, okay. Let's keep with the tier list. So, armors, we had 1.5 moving down to tier 2. Gaiomon / Black War Grey moves to tier 1. Massamon from tier 2 to 1.5 / tier 1. Okay, Jessamon.
These other decks matter? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I mean, BT11, honestly.
I think Jessamon was either accurately placed, maybe the bottom 1.5, but it's still, I feel, tier 2.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about Blue Flare being a gatekeeper deck. This is one of the decks that Blue Flare hard gatekeeps.
Yeah.
Hard gatekeeps. Jessamon cannot do anything against Blue Flare.
Mm-hmm.
Any other opinions?
Everyone's like. I lost enough to Blue Flare with playing Jessamon. So.
Everyone's sleep. All right.
I think the deck is good. It still doesn't
EX3 is resident.
It still got some results, but also it's vulnerable to certain things.
All right, fair enough. Okay.
EX3 is resident sleeper. BT11 is the future.
True. Okay. So speaking of EX3, we have Virus Imperial at tier 2. That's actually probably a tier 4 fun.
I beat it. It had a bad matchup against Fish. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I remember playing that with Fish, and I thought, wow, what a matchup for me, the Fish player.
Oh my god.
We're moving on from that.
All right. So for fun.
It's too casino. We overestimated how much its casino payoff was.
Yeah, and even when it does get the full payoff, it's only like 2 security checks.
It does 3, but here's the kicker though: is it auto loses to the best splash pool card in the game. If it goes for its full combo and Death X is on the field, it loses.
True.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Straight up loses.
True.
Because their combo doesn't let them kill it before Death X effect procs.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Okay. Moving on to Blue-Green Imperial Tier 2.
Yep.
Probably still true. It just can sometimes sack you. Yeah.
It hasn't got any support for a while, but it just does a good thing. It's like when it works, and it doesn't work, it's still like it gets to play Megadeth. Megadeth's still a good card.
Oh my! I see what we're missing in this tier list.
What?
The Brickmon.
Oh, we did miss the door.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that. Okay, let's finish tier 2, and then we'll talk about Dorbrick. All right, so
things we missed and things that are I actually think there's a tier 3 deck that needs to be bumped up, not for the current format, but for the next format.
Yeah. All right. So then we had Shoutmon post ban list tier 2, and then we have to talk about the crossfire support in BT11, which I think is pretty significant, and a lot of people are re-hyping this deck for strong contender. Do you guys have any experience?
It goes to 1.5, but I think it's still a tier 2 deck.
I think 1.5 is probably like its peak.
Yeah.
I played against it a little bit, and it can do like what's its new cross, the big boss monster. It does some cool
Cross
stuff.
7, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's enough.
The new X3 is nice because it's
Draw power.
kind of fills the role of the
Yeah.
X4 in that it gets you to start to draw through your deck a bit, but not as efficiently, and it
costs
doesn't,
3,
rebuild as fast.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't let you do
Takes
the
away those
repeated
decay
swing
things
part of
too.
it, which
Yeah,
is
it
why
takes away the
it's a
repeats.
more balanced card.
Okay, you guys.
7 is nice. No, I think you just have to like mix and match. Like you replacing the Sunrise Monster is going to be a big thing. That was a big removal with Darumon. The X7, I don't think it can destroy like Black War Greymon X, which is like
Technically, no.
They try to destroy it.
Tries.
Yeah. I think literally just a bad place. Any tamer deck that just instantly gets gate kept like a Black War Greymon build is just not necessarily in a great place. Even though like they can recover with the tamers, now they can add to their hand and stuff like that. But
All right.
I think it's gonna be good against everything. But like if Black War Greymon X is around as we think it's gonna be, then it just
Hades Force just blows up their whole
Makes you can't play the game.
No. All right, I'm gonna hit you guys with the spicy take right here. All right. BT10, Black War Great did not beat Crossheart.
I think
I never
that
played
was
any.
Sunrise
When I was playing at full power, I didn't play against any.
It's hard to say. I was playing a lot of Jesmon at the time, but I don't think you could talk Tamers fast enough.
I specifically remember I played against you, Crossheart versus Black War Great, and I bopped you so hard that you played Jesmon instead of Black War Great.
That is probably what happened, honestly.
Yes, I specifically remember this. Yes, because
full line.
Yeah.
Not one card, not 2 cards. All of your tamers lose to 1 Hades Force.
You know what? That probably happened. I probably did get destroyed, and I was like, you know what? Put Black or Greymon away for a bit.
You destroyed him so bad he forgot why he played. I was
like,
yes.
Let me go to something else.
Yes, that actually happened.
You can't pop tamers fast enough either. So.
Yes. So so I will say that, and then number 2, I will say that Crossheart is pretty much it's like the only rainbow color deck. Realistically, it pretty much runs every color. And you have so many tech options in that deck, I don't think it's solved. So anything that we say about Crossheart right now, someone will come out with a spicy list that has some weird-ass tech that no one fucking thought of, and I guarantee you it'll get top 32.
I wouldn't be shocked. I think tier 2 decks.
I agree.
I'd say it's like the top of tier 2. Like I think it's a good deck. It's just
It's Rainbow Ricky Rush. You have access to every option, essentially. You can play every option in the deck, realistically.
You don't play purple. You can't play the best options.
There's a 2-cost mat that says on deletion gain a memory.
That's fair.
No synergy. You need all the synergy.
Oh no! What? It's a Ricky Rush deck. You just slam your shit, they save, and you gain a memory. I've seen it. I'm just saying I've seen it.
Power.
Like I said, my personal opinion is that it's the top of tier 2, but I can see a case for tier 1.5. I don't think it's tier 1.
I think this deck is unsolved, and it's probably tier 1.
That.
It's probably tier 1.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I think people gave up on it too fast.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on it.
Sorry, true, but I do think people gave up on it too fast.
Good. Give up. I don't want to see it.
Yeah. It's Ricky Rush that doesn't lose resources, but you can just recur them through save and material save and cross.
I didn't give up on it too fast. There's just better decks to be played than neutered.
I don't know, dude. BT11, you get a lot of support. You got the Omnimon, you got the Z Greymon, you got the Cross 3.
I'm gonna test it.
Cross
and see how it
7.
goes. I mean, I'm excited for it, but honestly, I just think taking away the X4 took a lot of like the gas out of the deck.
Yeah.
I think the X3 is really good, and I think it's definitely a +2. You just don't get the restand, but I think it's probably just missing a little bit of something now that it doesn't have like
it's good.
It's like
the
burst.
White Tamer.
The new Tamer, yeah.
The new White Tamer,
okay.
yes, the new Tamer is very good.
Memory by basically stuffing something into your.
Yeah, you gain a memory and draw a card. So it's kind of like it's like a bond tamer.
Yeah, it's like a bond tamer.
Yeah.
But it costs,
I think it'd be alright.
It costs 3.
You're
No,
gonna have to
wait.
put pieces together.
No,
or
it
is
costs
it-
3. No way it costs
So
3.
it costs 4 on that turn.
It costs 4. It costs 4.
No way. The white tamer costs 4 to play?
Yeah, it costs 4. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it right now.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, because there's 3 of them on the cart. No way.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
So, the
Yeah.
lore?
Imagine a tamer costing 4 because it drew you a card and gained a memory.
Oh, yeah. Imagine a tamer costing 2 that did that, bro. Oh,
It's like a learned lesson or something. But no, I mean,
Memory matters.
I think the new
Yeah.
stuff's gonna make it good, but I just don't think it's that solid before, like as it was. Like it can compete, and like I said, I mean, we saw that when it came here. Like it was good. It wasn't as good as Japan hyped it up to be.
And people got some decent stuff with it. With the 1x4, it still was like a rogue contender. It still did stuff.
Yep. I mean, the red Shaman still gives rush. You got cross 3. You got Shaman Star Sword.
Do we say tier 2 or tier? I say tier 2 personally.
I think it's a
I see top tier
tier.
too.
I think it's a tier 1.5.
I'd go 1.5 because I think besides Black War Greymon, it probably has a solid. But
I think
believe in it.
I think it probably still has a good Black War Grey matchup.
I don't know about that one, but we'll see.
You forgot why you play Jesmon. You don't think you can say it anymore.
All right.
Hades Force removes a lot of tamers. Dude.
Okay, talk to me when you can fit 4 Hades Force into your Black War Greymon X deck.
I mean, you
don't need
got
4.
regular
You
Black
just
War
need
Greymon
1.
and Hades Force.
I beat you when you were still playing regular Black War Greymon.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Ah, okay.
Alright, let's move on.
Alright, moving
Actually-
on.
This next one I want to ask Tower about.
Ancient Greymon OTK.
Yes. Why Ancient Greymon over War Grey X? Why would you play one of those over the other? Because I know you play both.
I have an answer, but I'll let Tower.
Why would I play one over the other?
Yeah, like which one would you choose over the other and why?
I'll pick War Greymon X.
Alright. And why?
Why? I just feel like it has like the deletion option, and Ancient is just you go if they have a blocker, they block it, and I mean they're not gonna block the Pierce, but they'll block the next one, and then you'll probably lose next turn or they'll get rid of it. But and then Omnimon X, too good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Also, if you play against Magnamon does not let you pierce.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I remember.
And that's a new tech in security control. So
Yeah.
your good matchup has an answer for you now.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll make an argument for Ancient Greymon. All right, ready. Number 1, it has ADP inherent to its engine with Aldemon inheritable. Okay. Number 2, that's the only argument I could make.
Yep. It's tier 2
really it.
still. I think it's actually worse than a new red deck that's been popping up.
Which is
Something that's been bopping me at locals, Eric.
Oh.
okay. All right. Let's talk about okay. So Ancient Greymon, we had it tier 2. It's probably still tier 2, right? It's at least an OTK deck.
Yeah, like I said, you're probably right from last time. Any OTK deck has to be at least tier 2.
Yeah. All right. Enough said about Ancient Grey. Let's move on to Doorbreak. Come on. This is
The door break.
this deck is so funny.
It looks like it shouldn't work at all.
It should be so bad. It really should be so bad. But somehow it can just slam a big old door brick, bunch of checks, pop something on field, possibly gain a memory, and then ADP it. And then for 3, 2, oh my gosh. And then you just win the game? Oh, I have no answer. Well, I guess I've won the game. And that's it. Like,
I think it's the most similar to like old school Megazoo actually, where they just like turn 1, here, go, answer this. And if you don't answer it, you actually lose.
Yeah.
it's
So
just like,
this guy
okay.
gets like 2 or 3 checks, and he does it like 2 times in a row, and then you're already in lethal range.
Yeah.
And I think the heal.
If it hits its pieces, it does it so fast. It's not
Yeah.
crazy powerful, but it does it so fast that it's fine.
No, I when I was playing it, I opened Guilmon and Tamer or Mem Boost, and it was godlike. I was like, I'm drawing 2, I'm swinging for a check, I have Mem Boost, I have all these cards in hand. If I have Doorbreak, good luck.
Yeah.
It was just nasty.
Its biggest issue is that it has to play so many random pieces that it can just break really hard, which Doorbreak.
Yeah.
But if you draw like 2 draw spells right from the grip, and one of those draw spells hits door break, you're actually in a really good spot for the game.
Yeah. True. But it's not really a Gamamon deck anymore, is it, huh, Tower?
Oh, no.
No, that's why I don't play it.
No. It's okay. I feel that too. I like Gamamon, and I really wanted to try, but it's just not worth it.
You have the pure Dorbrick version that it has like just a bunch of
just like
stuff.
every security +1 black or red card, and like
the Guilmon lets you draw cards.
Majiramon, like any good dragon card is in that. It's like good dragons the deck, like.
Yeah. I forget what the blue card that lets you unsuspend if you're
Majiramon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I did that. I was like, this is very unfair. I swung for 3 checks, unsuspend 3 checks. I was like, okay, well, Omnimon, I guess I just win the game.
Yeah, it's like the only card that lets you theoretically OTK on turn 1.
Yeah, that was nasty.
If they gave you 3 memory on accident, you could actually OTK with turn 1.
Yep.
Turn 1.
Yeah. I don't know if I could take a deck like that to Nats, though.
No, that's a...
oh, gosh.
Well, your arm's broken? Of course you can.
Roll and die.
It's a table 100 deck, probably, yeah.
So it's like, what, a high tier 2 deck, probably?
I'm going to go high tier 3, but very fun.
No, I give it tier 2. It did good. It did something that other decks probably didn't do.
I think it's better than Ancient Grey, honestly.
I think it's Ancient Grey.
Yo, Tower shaking his head. He says, no way.
Hey, Tasty, BB Dudes felt the power of Dorbrick.
Oh, man, you should have seen it. Here I am, fucking around with some fish, and he's like, hey, what if I'm just saying, with 2-0 against the fish matchup. I've never seen that before.
Like, I think the deck has inconsistent issues, but I think its speed, like the fact that they just go like on turn 1 and make a threat immediately, that makes it at least a tier 2 contender.
Yeah.
It's the speed of the deck when it works. It works like lightning.
You'll get cheese.
It's faster than any other deck when it's working, but it takes a little bit of draw power and inconsistency issues to do it. And then once they answer like 1 or twice, they've gassed out. So you have to hope they have the answer like early in the game.
I can definitely see you play against it.
Of like a go face deck.
Yeah, you can definitely play against it like in a random tournament and get cheesed and be like,
if you play Hearthstone or anything like that, this is the definition of face hunter.
Yeah, it's like red deck wins, basically, MTG. Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough. All right, we'll move on to... so we had this tier 3. We had it as Minerva Loop. We'll go ahead and edit this to Purple Loop in general. And I've heard rumors that this deck is actually picking up steam. What do you guys think?
I'm interested in it. I'm not going to lie. I have yet to test with it, but I think having so Black War Greymon has like a lot of protection, but if you summon up a bunch of dudes with retaliation and just swing, eventually the protection has to run out. Like that's my theory. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a scientist, so fuck that.
I with the deck a lot. The thing is, it gets a better thing than just looping the dogs for extra memory. It gets an actual like strong boss that it can go for. Mm-hmm. The thing is, though, is that it means you have to play more level 6s in the deck, so it makes the deck a little bit more bricky, and you still have to meet the Minerva condition, which makes it weak versus go wide decks.
True.
But the new boss is very good. Like the new Mervamon is very strong. It's so strong that some like Crossheart has been trying it in their deck just to slam for 7. I think it's like 8 to slam it for. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a really good card. You can slam it for 8, or you can just get it for free from a Minervamon. So I think it might be... like, I'm tentatively putting it in tier 2. I'm not going to make the same mistake. It's not a tier 1 deck. It has glaring flaws still. It can break pretty hard. It's a purple deck that requires lots of, like, practice and patience. And sometimes this kind of deck also can just get ran over by a fast deck. But... on the counterpoint, the new card, the Mervamon, gives you a wide board that also gives you blockers.
Yeah.
Gives you retaliation rushers.
Yep.
So
and
cool.
Also, it's 3 bodies in 1 card.
Disgusting.
So it does a more consistent game plan than just let me gain a bunch of memory, but it can also still just gain a bunch of memory on top of its new stuff. So it can still play the old things that made it good while also adding this new stuff that can make it even better.
Yeah, she's a bit of a handsome lady, if you don't mind me saying.
Do you still play the old Minervamon?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it plays the new one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you can play the
It's
crotch
fact that
crotch
it had a
shot
text
alt
on it
art.
that basically was irrelevant because it said play a level 5 or a Mervamon. Now it can actually play Mervamon.
Okay.
The Mervamon didn't exist until this set.
Sick.
So the Mervamon going off lets you play the new one, and she gets her effect on play.
All right, respect. Any other purple loop lovers?
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
can
it.
play the new stuff, but the deck's probably tier 2.
Probably tier 2. I'll allow it. Okay, moving on.
You have to drop Lilith though, and I love Lilith. I'm gonna be sad to not play Lilith in that deck. I didn't play old school Lilith loop. It actually was doing better than regular Minerva loop though. That deck was funny.
Yeah, I believe that.
That deck's probably tier 3, but the new one's probably tier 2.
All right, Dark Knight Mon.
Moving on. I don't want to talk
Next.
about
Okay, next.
Next.
that shit. Logic.
There's BT11 in support. Technically, BT11 support. No nays.
It gets like
The best
BT12
support you can give
I don't
that
actually
deck
think
is like a
support.
short
I think
rope
the
and a
new
tall
stuff is
chair.
maybe like BT 12 that's like blue and black is okay, but I miss what's killing him.
Bruh. All right. Next,
This is the next deck though.
BL Starmon. Getting a little hyped up right now.
Speak your top tier.
I'm not a believer.
I'm hearing it does good against the new black or gray, but it loses to other things.
I always hear it does good against one deck and it should be played, and then it
Yep.
just ass. It's relegated to
It's a
tier
brick
3.
problem. Some of my hands look like
Yeah.
And it's not like some hands, it's more hands than other purple decks. And purple deck has a color consistency problem a little bit, and Beelstar amps that problem up because it has to play all these 7-cost options.
Just mill better.
True.
Mill better, open up better.
Beal's the one
True.
I'm playing for milling better.
True. Well,
Yeah.
they play Ignite Mon now though, don't they?
Ignite Mon is spicy.
Ignite was a good card. I
That's
think you
great
play it
card.
like every purple deck.
I don't know if you want to what that card does, but
Ignitemon is a rookie that has 2 really relevant effects. It has an inheritable that when you play a card by an effect, gain a memory, which every purple deck does. They will love playing cards by effects. And its regular effect is when you swinging, you get to basically trade one of your Digimon for the same level Digimon on their board.
Yes.
So even if you're just playing Minervamon and you don't have like your combo pieces, you can bring out an Ignitemon, swing with it, kill your Minervamon, kill level 6, and then get Minervamon's effect.
yeah. I was thinking more of like, of course, you bring out the Ignite Mon, you hard play a BL Star, you try to pop something, and then let's say it's black or gray or whatever, and then
Then you swing with Ignitemon.
Yep, you swing with Ignite Mon, and then you
It's
pop
another deletion on
BL
top
Star.
of it, yeah.
Yeah. That's 2 right there. And sometimes with the new black or gray Mon, it's hard to do 2.
Yeah, because you're not playing the
Yeah.
double protector.
You're not playing the old one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
Unless they have the tamer active.
or the level 5,
And they
but
play. I'm seeing a lot of blue. A lot of blue.
And Digivolve.
no, the Alters mode. Alters
yeah.
mode promo. Yeah.
The old Ultra mode, yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of blue in the new BL Star.
Yes.
Those people are playing a lot
Yeah,
of
'cause
blue.
you
BL Star's been advancing.
get
It's
rid of
getting
all
more blue
sources.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the Bond mat.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, no way. No bond in the deck. Just
Yeah,
Gabumon.
'cause you can
Draw
raise up
your
the
memory.
purple Gabumon can raise up and draw 1 gain of memory.
Yep. I mean, it's not bad.
It's a little spicy, but you know what? I think when you're playing a deck like that, you gotta get a little hot. I
You
think.
do.
It's spicy to run it.
I think
Yeah.
just as nature is, it still has late game if it ever gets there.
Oh yeah.
It's
The
still
late
has
game's
removable.
godlike.
It's probably tier 3.
I don't know, man.
It's relevant that you might play against it and be sad,
This,
but it's not
just
full
remember,
on.
we're revisiting tier lists. We'll do this in BT12,
Yeah.
and when we come back to BLStar in BT12, and it's still where it's at, and you're like, I hear it does good against a deck.
That's right. It was tier 2.5.
Okay, we'll put BL-Star in its own tier 2.5. How about that?
BL Star tier?
Yeah, BL-Star tier. All right, respectable. Okay, so then moving on, we had Wargrey X after that, which we already talked about. Should be higher. Then we had Dragon Links tier 3, which should be for
Who?
fun. Yeah, who?
What?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah,
We don't
I
even
think
have-
those
yeah.
actually should be for fun.
yeah, yeah. Okay, we're
The
moving
closest
on.
we get to Dragon Links is that we had Dorbrick, but that's a different deck.
Yep.
Yep.
We stole Dobrik and made its own deck.
All right, moving on to Machine Dramon, which I think, has some cool tools. All right.
I've been play testing this. Okay. I like it a lot. I made the mistake of running fewer level 5s.
It seems kind of good, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
The new tamer's kind of nuts, but it's like kind of like I'd say it's tier 2 because it has like the blue flare problem where I need to see my good tamer.
No, it's literally tier 2. It's better than tier. I'm saying it's moving on up. That's all I can hope for because there are going to be hands where I'm like, oh sweet, 5 metal Greymons. Just what I was hoping for.
Yeah, draw my level 5s in my deck.
Yes.
But the fact that you have a guy that plays out the EX1 Machine Dramon for free, and then you gain 5 on your opponent's turn. The fact that Chaos Dramon just has protection against bouncing and battle and shit like that. It's really good. And then you have a jamming, the new jamming, oh my gosh, what are they called? Mega Dramons? So if you get Digivolve, now you have a dude with jamming. Like, well, now I get a free check unless it's an option, of course.
There's a lot of talk for tier 3.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Okay.
I like this deck a lot.
It's good. The new tamer's really good. I've seen the deck.
It's
like I said, it's like the new decks where it's like, oh, I need the tamer or my deck's not great. But the new tamer's that good.
Listen, this is the new Walmart Black War Greymon, and once that card gets hit, you're all gonna be going down.
All right, this deck can also cheese out a 12 source Ragnalordmon really fast.
Too.
Not the Ragnalord.
I love the Nailboard.
Okay, I am a Ragnalordmon lover. If you can play a deck that can cheese out the 12 stack Ragnalord and just win from your opponent having 3 security, it's a huge fucking bomb. I think that card's really good.
I agree. I think was it Flame Dramon also? Spicy.
Yes, with the Dorbic. Yeah.
When it works, it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. If you play a deck that has a black level 6 and then you can cheese out the Dorbic and then just make a like 12 stack Ragna off the end of turn DNA with a Flame Dramon, I don't think there's a lot of decks that can just stop that. Because you delete 3 things, you trash 3 security, and then you blitz.
Yeah. But all the new Machine Dramon support is good. The tamer gives them memory, card draw per turn, cycles their cyborgs out of their hand. So more memory, more draw, more getting rid of these cyborgs and trash, and it lets you redirect attacks, so it's extra blockers. And that's what the deck really just wants you to. If the deck's problem is, I make my big stack. Oh, let me swing in multiple things so your stack does nothing. Now I can go to my stack. This is the only thing you're allowed to attack.
Yeah.
And my stacks are like near impervious.
Yeah.
And so it has the Machine Dramon problem of that it's hella inconsistent. I think that's a very solid category for tier 2. Is I do a very good thing, but inconsistently.
Definitely a card to keep an eye out for in the future.
Reasonable. All right, moving on.
Oh god.
Okay, so we had tier 4 fun, which is mostly true. So we had, I'm not gonna make you guys talk about these. We had Reaper for fun. I think that's
fun is
debatable.
I will come back with this deck one day.
For fun.
Yeah.
I will come back with my deck.
We had Alphamon for fun, which should probably be a little higher, and there's some new support. You can get a little cheesy with the Greymon stuff into the Alphamon stuff.
Tier 2 because
people are using like bottom build alpha into top end.
Yeah,
so that should be interesting to see.
Yes, it's a tier 3, tier 2. Yeah, but even we saw like just like vanilla with Greymon, Alphamon like get a high placing at a regional.
Yeah,
I think
first randomly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's tier 2. I think it still benefits from all the good stuff that X anybody does.
Yeah,
it's the only deck where a cool boy switches every card in the deck.
Also true. All right, we'll move on to Fish Deck. Aegis Dramon.
If we ban every option in the game, it will be a solid tier 2 deck. And that's really about it.
I mean, Dorbic will still get in there, but
That's why I said tier 2. I was humble.
All right, and then we had 4 Great Dragons for fun, which is strictly true.
Yes.
All right, so
Great Dragon, huh? That's
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some new BT11 decks that were not in the tier list we had for EX3. So right off the top of my head is Force.
Let's go.
Where is Force
Troop? A couple times.
I need some convincing, dude.
I don't know what convincing you need, bro. This deck is trash.
Can you read?
This deck is
You
cracked.
played against a good player.
Like it did. The one good thing Japan did do is solve one of the issues with the Black War Greymon X problem with the Leomon package. The Leomon package is like crack. It's walking boost. I've like ran into security to get 2 memory and draw a card off of it, and like takes away a check. Like it's really incredible.
Yeah.
And then it lets you play them defensively because you get to draw more with Jerry. And then randomly, if you like need to, you can build off of it into an Arrow Vidramon. So the Leo package is really, really good. And then it bounces. From the limited games I play with Black War Greymon X, I can usually make them waste the protection once on a bounce, and then I restand and I have evade blocker. So you're not going to kill me with just like a checker running into me. And because they only like check once and they don't really do much after like one destruction, it's not doing much else. And I've won after Hades Force like clear, just because basically my tamers are there to restand me. If you get more pluses off them, they're obviously great. But if I check you 2 or 3 times, and with DP gain, I'm not dying to anything, and it's really only 2 Hades Forces and I think the X antibody option. I think All Force cracked. I really don't know why people aren't like hyping it up more.
Yeah, and also like once per turn bounce anything, whereas some stuff has to bounce like lower levels a lot of the time. This deck legit just says bounce anything at once per turn, while also gaining all of the memory back from digivolving.
I think the only issue it's going to have for Nats specifically is again just the price and getting the pieces in time. If you're
there is one more issue that I want to talk about though.
Oh, yeah,
it's weak to security bombs.
Yeah,
it is a deck that feels pretty fragile to security bombs in my opinion.
No, definitely security controls can be. If security control gets as high as it is, I don't even think it's that big of a deal for All Force because then you just start running Matt Sora and then ADP. Because you can. Because it like the fact that it's so moldable and like your stacks and what you're building, whether you're running the Tamer Vmon that gain a memory, restand Vmon get a memory, you can run the Gobblebon to be more consistent and to draw your Tamers. You can run the Dracomon to gain more DP, which I think is really good. The Dracomon version specifically gives more value to your Davises. You get more search because now you can search your All Force more if you just hard play it, and then you can just run Matt and Sword and ADP, and then you can run starter deck Arrow Vidramon, which gives you more checks, which you wouldn't want normally. Per se, but if you're going against a control and you ADP, just 2 swings, that's 4, and they're not doing anything to it. And it draws ridiculous.
The deck is really strong. I do think it does. It's not unlimited in its ability to attack the punch. It's limited by how many tamers it can keep drawing. So it has to keep drawing tamers. Like I was playing, and we ran into the problem where against like a grinding matchup, he ran out of tamers to unsuspend his guy. So I was able to win that way. But yeah, like I think the deck has weakness to security bombs, but other than weakness to security bombs, the deck seems really, really, really strong.
I think that's just the blue problem. Like blue's always gonna have that because blue doesn't have anything to punish you in security besides like stealing your turn with Hammer Sparks and like the 1 Ice Wall. Kai's Breath isn't as good anymore because a lot of things have protection. So like blue was never anything like if you're swinging into me, you're pretty much safe. Besides maybe like a DP, like you run into an All Force yourself.
Hammer Spark.
So it's really just like all gas. Like I said, if I don't hit security or I don't have another stack ready, then you're pretty good to go. But I don't know how this deck's not getting talked about. I really think All Force is.
Yeah, I think it should be talked about more too.
You think people are just like keeping it low key?
Death X, because Death X is always free against that deck.
Yeah, Death X is.
It's always free, and they always give it back to you, so you can play it again.
That was the problem I was talking about earlier. Like blue just gives you your answers back, whereas like you probably destroy my things. Can't get access to it. But there's even ways around that. Like there's the was it the All Force, the promo All Force line? Because it returns stuff to the bottom of the deck. There's one time Bryce saw me cycle through my whole deck to get to something because I whiffed the All Force and I drew a bunch of cards to get back into it. So with all your searching, you could run that to recycle your deck to give you a chance to like see All Force again if you need to, or Tamers. But I think there's a lot of flexibility in it because blue's just really good and it's dual Tamers, and you get to play them for free. Like
that doesn't completely answer though, even though it's free, just because it doesn't kill their All Force, it just puts it to level 5. So you have to bet them on not having another All Force.
Which is a good bet,
having the removal on top of the Death X. But sometimes because even though your All Force is free, the Leomon package means you get to get back to your turn. Which is really nice for them too.
So I think, like I said, I think we didn't see a lot of this, at least in the Japanese meta, because they solved it late. Because I think BT12 came out when Leo package was starting to pop up. Yeah. And I think that solves a lot of questions. Like in the Black War Greymon matchup, when they restand, they kill a Leomon and give me a card and give me 2 memory. So that's not good for them. You get more blockers to protect yourself. You get to draw when you're getting attacked. It's really solid. I really think
defensively too because All Force also gets blocker.
Yeah, and the evade is I think I undersold the evade a lot, but it's really fucking good because with the new Arrow Vegemon, you can basically give yourself evade every turn. So as long as you're restanding, you're not dying in security. So it's kind of like Melga protection that I just need to suspend myself and I don't die. I think I froze. Oh, there we go. But I think the evade's really good in the deck, and then just like it's just really solid. You get memory from your inheritables, you get searchers from your rookies, and then your 4 and 5 can just kind of supplement your All Force. It's really good.
I think if All Force is as good as you're saying it's going to be, then everyone should keep it kind of under the radar if you're going to Nats. Because if it's underrated, then people
aren't talking about it. Yeah,
people will get smacked up by it.
And I don't bring it regardless.
Yeah, I think people are going to know about it, but you will definitely be robbing some people, which is actually very good.
I don't know, like I said, besides, like, the only thing I think, like I said, the only thing that is, like, a direct counter is maybe more Hades Forces just for more bombs and Blackrock Greymon, but I don't think they can fit those, and then just more security control and Massamon popping up. But,
yeah, like you say, use Matsura.
If you're paranoid like me, you just run the red package, which I might do after getting ran through security today. But that doesn't even hurt because the Matt and Sora give you can bounce back floodgates because a memory floodgate would hurt you pretty bad. Pomomon can stop your Jerry's, so it's not even bad to be able to bounce a level 3. And then you have even more flexibility. You can run Sora and Joe? Is that the one that deals sources?
Yeah.
Like if you're worried about the Black War Raymond, you can really force them to get rid of X antibody with a bounce, and then you're attacking and you start stripping sources.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. You force them to put it back to protect itself, and then you start
every single time they get to turn, they get to bounce the card.
Yeah,
and it's the way it works is it's level 3 plus 1 for every tamer. They always have more than 3, always. And it's not even like hard for them to get more than 3 tamers.
And it kind of becomes steamrolled if you let the All 4 survive, because like I use the memory to like keep turn. But then, if you let me go into my next turn, I probably have 2 or 3 arenas, and then my Vmons. I can just gain additional 4 memory that turn to do whatever I want. Okay. So, like, it gets even crazier if it just sticks for 1 turn.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Ooh, okay. All Force, the spicy tier 1.
All Force is definitely tier. I think it's definitely tier 1. It seems really strong.
Yeah, I don't think that's up for. It's wild to me that would even be up for debate, but apparently
the hardest matchup is the wallet.
The wallet, yeah. Wallet matchup.
Yeah. Luckily for me, I got the meta wallet, so I'll be eating top ramen at Nats with you guys. But...
Yeah. All right. So what else is from BT11?
We talk about the big bad. Everyone's crying about.
What, Galactimon?
Yeah.
New Aeos one?
Overall, Black War Greymon, I guess.
No, we already talked about Black War Grey.
Galactimon?
I feel like we can go more in depth in Black War Grey because I feel like we just like kind of touched on it. I feel like it as a whole is really solid. Like I said, I think the deck's really good.
I think it's overhyped.
I also think it's very strong but overhyped.
I think it's still tier 1.
Yes.
Definitely tier 1.
Yeah,
overhyped, but still really good.
I still think it's good. I don't think it's the same thing with Shoutmon, where it was like, this is the best deck ever, and then once it get to a best 2 out of 3 matchup, it's like, oh.
Like, I think it's still tier 1 deck. I don't know if it's the best deck, but it's definitely the deck people are going to be thinking about.
Yeah.
I think the protection being tied to the X antibody option is actually a minus.
It is.
Because with the old deck, you could have like 2 pairs of pants, right? Like you could have like 2 level 4s or 2 level 3s, 2 level 5s. Sometimes you have 3 pairs of pants. But now that you're only tied to only having the option, they only have 1 pair of pants. So
I mean, you do have Alterius.
The other part of the
Alterius,
cost reduction makes up for it.
I guess.
Cost reduction is very strong.
And Alterius is still a good
I think the Alterius is fine because it gives you the protection you're lacking.
But it's not 4 shots. I think
it's well-rounded. I think it's a really good deck. I think it's like, and it has the benefit of having the pool of Greymons to pull from. You can really mix and match as much as you want. You have Agumons that search, Agumons that give DP, Agumons that draw.
I think you should be prepared for it, but you shouldn't be completely worried about this deck is just gonna stomp every other deck. Just be prepared. Yes, it is a very strong deck, but no, it will not win. Guaranteed win just because you're playing the deck.
This deck will not get first place.
I don't know. I don't believe
Oh
that.
man, I almost think no, just because everyone's so prepared.
It will not get
like,
first place.
Every deck is like counter black or gray. Like it
But
doesn't matter.
how do you counter it? Like
You just attack over it with Grandis.
Grandis. To play a bunch of Grandis. Like, you know what? A bunch of people just playing Grandis, knock them all down, and then they deal with the matchups after. Kind of like the Secon thing. Secon destroy their, they kind of body themselves a lot of times.
Secon fights more than just a deck. Secon fights time. It fights play. Secon has more outside factors on it on why it might not perform. Because you're gonna have to grind through. I think how many rounds is it for Nets?
9.
It's gonna be 1,152 players max. So
in terms of what I think would be the strongest deck to play, I think would be Secon. But it's so hard to play Secon for that long.
Like I said, and then there's just outside factor because if you draw bad and you lose game 1, you're not winning the round. The best you're gonna do is tie.
It's hard to draw bad with that deck though, because their security can bail them out so often until they eventually draw good.
That's what I see. Because most decks can come back and win a best of 3. Secon can't. If Secon breaks, it's hard for it to break, but if it does, it's not winning that round. It'll tie, but it will never win that round. So I think that's there's outside factors for Secon being the best deck, and then I think Wargraves probably can handle. It has so many answers to so many different. I really think I think the Metal Greymon that de-digivolves and destroys is too well-rounded.
Yeah,
and then you can attack into stacks. Yeah, then you get the upper Omnimon package if you want. You get Gaomon if you want Blitz. You have Black Greymon to destroy Tamers. It can do so much. So I think it's well-rounded enough that it can handle. It doesn't have any. I guess we wouldn't say bad matchups. Even if you wanted to, I know deck space is tight, but can't you run Kongu if you're worried about Secon?
It works because the way they deal with Secon is they just try to proc their Tamer as much as possible.
You just try to Yuya as much as possible.
Yeah.
We have to test that matchup. We haven't really tested it out.
I have seen from people on the internet saying that Black or Gray loses to Secon because they just can't out attack the amount that they heal, and they just lose the deck out.
I've had 2 stacks against me in Black or Greymon when I was playing Tower, and just if you don't have Secon plus, if you don't have Security Attack +1, I can let you stay out there for a turn and help build my stack up again, at least with all 4s. It's not threatening any speed, so it's very control-y, but you can definitely get past it.
It is mid-range. It won't beat you super fast, and it also won't.
That's always been Black. That's always been Black or Greymon. It's never been OTK. It's always been just grind you out, which you can do. So.
The other new decks is there's Bogger Army becomes a real deck, so it gets a real card. It still sucks.
Yeah, Marsmon.
What?
Marsmon.
Yeah, the Marsmon stuff is cool, but I think it's just okay.
I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah,
I think Raid is good.
I think Raid is good.
This deck. Raid is good. It's just not this deck is too early. It's too early. It needs more.
I don't know. I think Marsmon Phoenixmon seems kind of decent. I think it's a tier 3.
Yeah. The new Bogger stuff and the Marsmon stuff, I think it's both tier 3. Bogger is crazy. The rest of his support sucks.
Yeah.
But Bogger is actually crazy. Their new option is crazy. They have arguably one of the best moves in the game, but you have to be playing that archetype, which is ass.
All right. What else?
With this tier list, what do you? So, like you said, Joel, you think One Shot Mon was gonna top, right?
Mm-hmm.
Top 32. What do you think is gonna be top 8 and 9?
Ooh. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's pick. Everyone picks 4 decks that will for sure get top 8 at Nats. How about that?
Before we get to that, what are the answers to Melga? What new decks? How did new decks deal with Melga? I want to
Bloomlord deals pretty well if you can get Hydroman out first.
Melga because
Black or Gray X.
Swinging.
Black or Gray X will just delete them if they didn't suspend.
You just have to be either keeping up with them in speed, which just means don't have to dig for your stuff too hard, and don't just insta lose to them going ham into your face.
Security control.
I think Mastamon, now that it has blockers, might actually be able to stop it, maybe. Because the new level 5, the new Angel one gives all of your Angels blocker.
It gives all purple Digimon. If you have a purple Digimon, it gives all Angels blockers.
I thought it was just give all angels and fallen angels blocker.
You need a purple Digimon on the board.
I mean, that's Mastamon. That's all your level 6s.
Yep.
So
But
that text doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's just speed. I mean, Melga's always just going to be speed. Like, it can beat anything just because it can outpace everything in the meta if it gets what it needs. Like, that Sekon security bomb's always going to be a problem for it. But I mean, we saw all of Collector Legion ignore Sekon in BT9 itself. Black Hole Greymon, but like I said, speed. If you take one, it's literally you just need one less turn than Melga.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get rid of a stack, it's kind of like it for it, but it can just do enough damage where.
Ulforce, how does Ulforce do you think?
Yeah, I think you just try to outspeed it. Because I mean, if it doesn't kill you, like if it's attacking 4 times, you probably have enough tamers, and then you can go up and you'll have blocker evade.
I'm definitely on the test that this weekend. I don't have the deck, so I have to borrow.
Leomon has always been good against Melga, actually.
Yeah, Leomon.
I thought they just bounced I guess you lose some swings.
Yep.
So
Leomon is a good engine.
It's the same thing. I think every blue deck's the same. Do you have the nut combo Imperial Dramon, Melga, All Force? Like if you have enough to put all the swings together, you're gonna win, and they just keep getting faster, or like have a different theme to how fast they can get.
Baby dudes, are we gonna have them forget about the poop deck?
Oh, we forgot about the poop deck.
Listen,
Oh shit!
Y'all, everyone wants me to fight about All Force. I'm.
Shoot.
Be shit, son.
Got you like
Are we gonna have the poop deck experience video coming out, dude?
That experience. He's gone.
He's digging into his soul, right?
If you play poop deck at Nats, you're literally the GOAT. You deserve better.
Dude, the goat's right here. The goat's right here.
Here's my plan. Okay, if I can win that last chance qualifier, I'm gonna bring poop deck because I'm not winning nationals. That's fine, and I want to play in the team events. So that means I robbed like it's 15 other people, and then I play poop deck, and that would be the funniest goddamn thing to me.
All right, oh my god!
I immediately saw the poop deck, and I already have a sketch in mind for the intro, so it was like perfect. So
probably for fun, maybe 3.
Listen, it's a real solid tier 3.
Yeah, changing something into a Sukamon is the best removal in the game.
I think that's
funny too.
It's just disrespectful.
Funny way to have a removal in the game.
Yep.
And I can't wait for someone to have like shit tokens. Like this is
just toss them at you.
Yeah, you have to print your own tokens that are literally just a pile of shit on a card, and then when you turn when you turn their Black War Greymon eggs into a poop, you just be like, here you go, bro.
Oh no, here's my plan. Right, I get a Polaroid camera. It's like, all right, I turn to a picture chick, take a picture, put it on top of their cards. There you go. There you go.
That's my shit from yesterday, bro. It's a flash Black Hole Greymon shit for you.
Yeah, you take your post fucking alcohol binge on Friday night shit. You just show that to your buddy. Here you go. This is what you are right now.
All right, let's put this right here.
That's a good one.
The maddest of disrespect.
That's so. I think it's funny. It's the funniest deck that they have made. But you know,
too. Not even just the fact that it's poop.
It's just a funny fucking deck. I don't know what it is. So I liked Galactamon until I finished reading Vemon. Why does it send it to the bottom of the deck?
Yeah.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I've never read Galactic. So
I don't know what that thing does.
It has protection against everything.
It's like a huge amount of protection. It's insane, but it needs to add Vemons from trash to it. But then the Vemon is like, okay, reveal the top 3, bottom deck the cards.
Yeah, but there's other way to trash the cards. You have Pride and Reduce.
No, there are other ways to trash the
Analog,
cards. I understand
Sistermon.
that, but it's just like natively, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like,
they want the deck to be good. I don't know.
Yeah, and that pisses me off because he looks cool as hell.
I mean, you can't overtake Eosmon as the multi-copy deck.
You're right. You're right.
We already took the multi-copy deck. We made Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, Mother.
But I think, like, Galactamon itself, if you can get the 8 Venmon underneath it, it has protection against everything. It's like, if this card would leave play, what is it, like, trash 2?
Prevent it from leaving play by returning 4.
Yeah, you can prevent this card from leaving play by trashing 2 sources underneath it or some shit like that.
That doesn't mean anything if it turns to shit, you know? That's all I'm saying.
True.
Yeah.
It can still be turned to shit. Nothing's stopping that one. I fucking love
Yeah,
that card.
it's like just makes an unkillable thing, but doesn't do anything, right?
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Listen, I've been playing Machine Dramon long enough. All right, I don't need another fucking worse version of that shit.
Pretty sure Baby Dudes is Ben Ben.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! The shout
Alright,
out.
guys.
That's
We're
what the BB stands for.
yeah. We're coming up on 2 hours, so we're gonna
A
do
bunch of nonsense.
everyone real quick say what they feel like their top 2 decks at Nats are gonna be, and then we'll call it on that. So okay, so I'll start. I'll say my top 2 decks at Nats are gonna be All Force. You guys convinced me, and I'll go Melga. All right, Bryce.
Setcon All Force.
Second All Force. All right, Tower.
All Force Grandis.
All Force. Oh, Grandis. Okay, all right. He's a believer. Troop.
All Force Black War Greymon.
Okay. Dirty Diamonds.
Black or Greymon still. Setcon.
Okay. BB Dudes.
I'm gonna say the same thing. All Force Grandis.
No shit deck, dude. You're supposed to say shit deck, bro.
Listen,
Me, I'm the shit deck.
listen. Like I said, it's called being quiet. Y'all be talking about All Force.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna keep it on the down low. Okay.
You'll have no idea. When shit hits the
Imagine-
fan, you better get running.
No, please.
Imagine this video is the one that breaks All Force everybody out. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, why is no one talking about All Force? No one's gonna be able to afford it.
Yeah, they gotta make it an hour and a half into the video first, though.
Good luck.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Everyone had their 2-drink minimum, and we all vibed out. We hope to see everyone here in sunny California.
BT12, baby.
Yeah, BT12. We're getting hyped.
I'm actually really hyped. I'm excited to see some new decks.
Yes.
Come say hi
Some
to
real
Joel.
new decks, not just
Joel loves taking pictures with people that notice him.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll take a picture with you guys. Fuck it.
I'm hyped just to honestly hang in, especially at the last big event we went to. It was so much fun. So
Yes.
Catch me at team tournaments after I
Yeah,
screw up, baby.
we missed the Joel. He got sick right before.
Yeah.
coming.
I got COVID literally a day before San Diego. I had to
it
stay
was
home.
so
It
whack.
was so
That was-
mid, dude. I felt miserable emotionally and physically.
Yeah.
Yes.
I heard him on stream just suffering.
Yeah.
Like some online tournament.
Yeah, it was so
Oh
bad.
no.
Yeah, it was so bad. All right,
This
guys.
time.
So there it is. We'll see you guys in a month.
Later.
Yes,
Later.
sir.